Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to the Critical D cast. And it's not 2 in the morning right now, for once in my goddamn life.
But we could cast long enough to make it till 2 a.m.
Oh, we could,
let's not
but
do
we're not
that.
starting at 2 in the morning, and that was miserable. Anyway, as always, I'm your birthday boy, Brian Bishop.
How
And
old are you,
today
Brian?
with us, what?
How old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Oh boy.
What as fuck?
I'm a strapping young lad, is what I am.
Yep.
Anyway, with us we have Michael Matthews.
I was on vacation!
He was on vacation. And Ruben Prado.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Thank you, Ruben Prado.
Hey Brian,
Did
did you
you-
love my posting of birthday sex on your wall?
Riley was sitting right next to me when you posted that.
It couldn't have been any more perfect then.
Did you
It really could
enjoy
not have.
my happy birthday song to you?
That was very Japanese. It was so very Japanese.
So what did you get for birthday, Brian?
What I get for my birthday? Well, I got from my grandma $200 in a check. For my mom, I actually got $100 and a plane ticket to come out to Arizona whenever I damn well please.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
Those flexible miles.
Right? And then from my brother, I got a pre-ordered copy of Hyrule Warriors and a headset.
Oh, cool, cool.
The headset is like super.
The ticket to Arizona, does that include the return fare, or is she just going to strap a 20 to her collar and call it good?
Ruben, Brian, you can't live here. I'm sorry.
It does include the return fare, and fuck you, Michael, live where I please.
Uh-oh.
I'm a pirate. I'm gonna pirate your living room.
No, you will not. I have tier pre-blocker on my living room, so that won't be possible.
Oh,
Whoa.
come on. I'm a peer.
It's true. I think we peer each other quite often.
Hey, that was in college. We were both crazy.
I peer you every night still through your webcam.
Oh, I thought
They fixed that exploit, damn it!
Did
Mike,
not for me.
update your goddamn Windows updates.
I have to.
Update
So
your
how's life, Brian?
Life is pretty good. I got a new. This might fit under what you're playing, but it's not a video game, so I don't think really. I got a board game today. It's actually a card game though. It was a Kickstarter game from a couple years ago called Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Okay.
Oh, you know.
So like, it's not a deck building card game, but it comes with one of 10 heroes that you pick when you play. Then you got to go up against a villain and destroy the villain. And I played it with Riley today, and it's a lot of fun, but it's super hard with 2 people.
Isn't
I
that
feel like it'd be
basically-
much easier with 3.
Isn't that the base of that Ravenloft thing?
What?
That Dungeons and Dragons
Ravenloft.
Yeah, what about it?
It sounds like that's the same thing.
It is, except this is just a card game, and Ravenloft is like a board game.
Man, Brian, after listening to our brother and me's D&D thing,
Yeah.
I really want to buy Ravenloft now, because I'm not going to buy Dungeon Master's Guide, so...
Oh, come on. 5e just came out, and it's tight.
I don't want to be a DM right now. I don't have that kind of expertise for that shit.
I didn't
kinda
know
do.
You
You
kind
wanna-
of do.
When I'm out there, you want to do a dungeon crawl.
Let's do a Dragon Age, because it's truly the Age of Dragons here, Brian.
Oh, you want to do a Dragon Age dungeon crawl? I'll lead a
Then
Dragon
we're going
Age
to Waffle House.
Yeah, we can go to Waffle. It'd be just like old times.
Yeah.
Dragon Age, except we won't do like a full campaign. We'll just do a crawl, and we'll head out to Waffle House. It'll be great.
Yeah, sounds cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, anyways, Mike, I
Uh,
didn't know you had any interest in D&D whatsoever.
I played
Because,
before.
heads up, I don't. But I like Ravenloft. Like, it was fun. The whole
Yeah.
actual paper and pen game, though, kind of, like, escapes me in terms of fun.
D&D is fucking fun. It's real fun.
I tried
It-
playing...
It really, honestly, it really comes down to the group that you play with.
Yeah, it's like it's really the
If
fun
you're playing
D&D.
with a shitty group, you're not gonna have fun at all.
The fun in D&D is role playing. It's like I was playing with a group, and they're a pretty fun group because like we were trying to like talk to a we were trying to like talk to like a representative of like the state for some kind of bullshit. We were trying to talk to him, and it was like diplomacy check. Okay, diplomacy check. All right, roll diplomacy check. Roll 1. Fuck. You look pretty flammable. So I mean, like, shit, dumb shit like that D&D can be really fun for.
Well, have I
Yeah,
told you the story about my first ever time attempting to play that game?
You have not. I want to hear
Okay.
this.
In
Wait,
Ju-
Ruben, you weren't playing with us in Dragon Age, were you?
No,
No.
it was me, Matt, and me, Matt, Preston, and George.
That's right, Ruben. You weren't there. That was fun though. That was a lot of fun.
I thought Dragon Age was one of those. Wasn't that a BioWare game for PC?
Yes,
It
yes,
is, but they made a pen and paper game out of it, and I have it, and we played it for like a bunch of sessions.
No, I wasn't there.
Well, that one's actually really easy to get into. I think you might like that one, and it isn't super roleplay heavy. I think you're saying, but your first time with D&D.
Oh, so like yeah, I mean, I would okay. So this is junior year of high school, and I was told that one of the things about D&D is because there's no set rules. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
This is true.
So,
There's not really many set rules.
So I remember, it was a band class, because I played an instrument, and it was one of those days where it was like after a concert or whatever, it's like, okay, fuck it, you get a free day, do whatever you want. And back in junior year, I was kind of like on the border between like the sports people and the nerds. It was like the transition into just complete nerddom, but that was junior year when I was still trying to figure out like I like games, maybe, I don't know, because I had played like baseball and track up till then. So these guys were playing D&D, and I walked over there. I was watching. I'm like, hey, you guys mind if I join in? I've heard about this game. I want to try it out. So they're like, sure. I'm like, all right. How do we start this off? Like, you got to make a character. I'm like, all right. How do I do that? They're like, we'll just do it for you. They're like, what kind of class do you want to be? I'm like, what's the choices? Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'll be the one with the pet animal, the hunter or whatever.
Yeah.
So, we're going on, rolling dice, everything. Then we get to this point, and it's like a monster emerges from the wall, like from a hole in the wall, and fights us. Like, okay, so we fight it. And then I'm like, beat it, whatever. And it's my turn. I'm like, I'm really sick of putting myself in danger. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in the hole, and I'm going to send my animal with you guys for the rest of the game, because I don't want to die. They're like, you can't do that. I'm like, well, yeah, I can.
Yes, you kind of can, but it's not nice.
And I'm like, yeah, you said I can, I can go everywhere. Like, I just want to sit in the hole, and I'll control my animal. I'll roll for my animal, because I can resurrect the animal, right? So, okay. And then about 5 minutes later of bickering, they just kicked me out.
Look,
that depends on the DM you have.
yeah, that's the DM. That was a bad DM. You know what happened I'm playing a Pathfinder campaign right now with a bunch of my friends from back here, and I'm playing as a paladin. But what happened was, my friend Greg was running along trying to get back to a thing when a deer comes up to him, and then he did like a quick look at the deer, and you could tell that the deer was different. He just fucking takes his mace and just slams the deer right in the face and runs away, like as he's running back to the base. And he killed one of the main characters of the campaign in one blow. A character that hadn't been introduced yet. A bad DM would say, you can't do that, just let that one slide.
A good DM just rolls with it.
Rolls with it and keeps it going anyway. It sounds to me, Ruben, like you had a bad DM.
Maybe. But I think for me, it's like, I tried Neverwinter Nights because I wanted to experience D&D, but actually, like, I'm not a very creative person, so I have a hard time imagining things like that, so I wanted the game to show me...
If it's a dungeon crawl where it's literally like you use there's no role in a dungeon crawl like what I'm talking about that we might be doing, there would be no role playing. All it is literally taking your character and then you go into a dungeon and then stuff happens inside of that dungeon. Right. There's no like needing to talk to NPCs and stuff like that other than maybe like an NPC I would add in there. It's literally like I don't know, you probably haven't played Etrian Odyssey, but like Etrian Odyssey, where there's no story, it's literally just the dungeon crawling for the fun of dungeon crawling and playing a character.
By the way...
And I think that would probably appeal to you more, because it sounds to me like you just don't like the role-playing aspect of games like that. And that's fair. But the other thing is, especially with Dragon Age, is a lot of the stuff that you could do with role-playing, you could also do with like opposed rolls. Because instead of having all kinds of dice, all you need for any roll in that game is 3d6.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, like, there's also the same, like, first time we played, Brian, we made our characters. Me and your friend, what was his face? Who's the guy apart from Preston who dropped out of the campaign?
Oh, Travis.
Yeah, me and Travis got in like this really passive aggressive fight until we just started fighting with our characters
Wow.
in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, that actually happened to me the other day because I'm playing a lawful good paladin, and there's somebody in our party that's a chaotic. No, he's lawful evil. He's playing a lawful evil inquisitor, and we had the most passive aggressive conversation in the game the other day. It was literally like he went to go talk to one of my like underlings in command and try to take his desk over, like a big desk in the command tent, but the underling wouldn't give it to him. So he comes up to me like, your underling was being very insubordinate. I want you to smite him right now. I'm like, well, let's just talk this out for a second. I don't want you talking shit to my underlings. And he's like, but I'm the one in command. No, I'm not. Like, no, you listen here, bitch. I'm the one in command right now. My father might have hired you to help me out here, but fuck you. I'm the one in charge of this command center. And then we had, like, I didn't do that, but it was this big passive-aggressive conversation like that until he finally, like, backed down and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
And then our DM was like, oh, fuck, that was crazy. 100 XP to you both.
Yes, like a good DM will give you XP for role playing. So,
But it's not something you necessarily need to do.
Before we continue, look at the link I put in. This is pretty fucking great.
okay, let me go look at.
But anyway, yeah, D&D in particular.
Ready to fake.
Modo Fox only.
Ready to fake. I'm ready to fake.
Ready. Wait. Ready to fake.
I'm always ready to
Activar
fake.
modo fox only.
I like Mario Bros, Mario Verde, bitch, Boxer, bitch end, Roshi, Wario Bros Mario, Kong Kong, King Kong, Astro Boy. Is that a basketball player?
I don't know.
I can't see. It looks like it's like CJ from GTA San Andreas.
I fucking lost it when that dragon on the right side took up 6 squares on its own.
Yeah, there's Brock, Budley, Broadley, Boodley, Roben,
Reggie.
and Mowgli.
Yeah,
And then
Reggie.
there's Zelda is Link, Galadriel is Zelda, Reggie
Zelda
is
Bikina.
Reggie. I appreciate
Club-
the of
Club
Reggie.
Penguin.
Wait, oh shit, Club Penguin, where?
That's King Dedede.
Club.
It's Club Penguin.
Club Penguin!
I like. Does that say Kirby
Wait, but
Malo?
just have this up for the rest of the stream, alright?
I'm probably
Yeah.
going to be honest. Is
There's
that?
like, there's
that-
like Fred Swift, there's Zelda Pequeña, Jigglypuff, Club Penguin, Kirby Malo, Bad Kirby, Muribito, Sarso.
Fucking Captain Falcon's Rey Mysterio.
Oh no. No way. Oh my god, it's Rey Mysterio.
Dude, not
And Sans
Lucas.
is Iron Man. Goku is Coco.
Fuck all that. I am maining Chef Ramsay. That's who I'm maining.
Dude, I gotta do. Wait, Chef Ramsay?
He's over there, in the bottom right.
Chef Ramsay. There's Canelo, not Lucas. Rey
So,
Mysterio.
There's
Alright.
Teletubbies.
I think Roy or no, that's the guy from Awakening. He literally just has like a symbol for his name.
Oh god.
There's Tierra Zubel, who's the Zelda character from Nintendo Land for some reason. Fox is Fox. Olmar's Pikmin.
I just love how it's in
He's-
Japanese, but it's clearly someone from like Mexico or something made this. Like,
Why is Frogadier sad face?
I just don't know.
Also Chorizard.
like Chorizo Charizard.
Chorizard. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And yes, as a matter of fact, I am ready to fake.
Oh god.
I'm always ready to fake.
I would not like to activar modo Fox only.
That's too good.
Oh,
Alright, let's move on to the real news.
Okay, well,
you don't know how I've been playing? I've been doing?
yeah, we haven't even talked about what anybody's been playing, really.
Oh, great.
So, I don't know, Mike, what have you been playing?
Alright, I'm playing God of Wars 2. That game's alright. I don't know.
I liked the game a lot when I was playing it, but then nobody else was playing it with me, so I stopped.
Not a good first impression. Because it's not very pretty, I don't think.
What?
I think it's pretty good, actually. It's a lot better than fucking Firefall.
I love the graphics in God of Wars 2. This is one of the
I
things
think
that kept me playing.
It ain't no Terra.
Well, fuck Terra.
Terra's... That's the one thing it's not going for it.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Alright, I'm playing Papa EO, which is really, really good.
I've heard that.
It's a lot deeper than I thought the game was going to be about, so that's really cool.
Wait,
And
is the game title actually in Spanish?
yeah.
It is.
It's a game about the guy made about him dealing with his abusive father.
Papa E.O.
Papa EO.
Yeah, Papa EO.
Papo EO. Sorry, Papo EO.
Oh, Papa
Yeah,
E.O.
Papa EO.
Let's see this here.
Yeah. It's really a lot deeper than I ever thought that game could be.
Well, I mean, I've heard really good things about that game.
Yeah. It's really good so far.
So what made you get this game? Because it came out 2 years ago.
I have been it's in my library for the past year. I just have decided to let me go through these games and see what games I like and don't like. I played Hydrophobia, which man, that water looks real good.
And nothing else in that game.
That's some good looking water, guys. Like that water, wow, that's the best looking water in video games.
All right, let's see this. Hydrophobia.
They remade that game twice because the first game was just fucking broken,
It was.
and the second one was less broken,
Yeah.
and the third one's less broken than that, but it's still pretty broken.
None of them are good. Let's be fair here. None of them are good.
That's some really good water, you guys.
And that's it. That's
Some
not the game. That's
real good
water.
water.
They could have made a water demo, and that would have been better than what that game was.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it. There's quite a bit of water in this game.
It's real good water, Ruben.
And that's about all it has going for it.
This would be fun as a theme park. What I'm watching right here, like electricity falling into water. I'm down.
Yeah. That's some good water. And then I also played for the first time Jet Set Radio. For the first time.
At least you did that eventually.
That game is fun for about half an hour. Then I'm like, well, okay, well, let's be more of this, huh? I'll keep on. I'll do something else. And then I finished Killer is Dead in 2 sittings, which that game's awesome to me. Brian does not agree with me.
Oh god, I hated that game.
That game
I hated the
style.
combat game. I hated the story in that game. I
Fuck
hated
it,
the
when you're fighting a boss, you're about to kill him, and you hold a trigger and it says, "Killer is dead." You kill them? That's right as shit.
Some of the aesthetics were good, but the combat was just bad.
The combat was like
bad combat.
It was like a bad Bayonetta,
It was, yeah, like a really bad Bayonetta.
which I didn't mind too much. Whatever.
I minded it a lot. If I'm gonna play an action game, I want to have fun with it.
But
I feel spoiled by Bayonetta and Metal Gear Rising. I can't do games with bad combat if they're gonna be an action game.
I beat the game in 5. It was a short game. I beat the game in 5 hours. So that's cool.
That was a Pseudo 51 one, right?
It was Suda
Yeah,
51.
and Gigolo missions, Brian.
Those are just
That
dumb.
shit's so bad.
They're
That
so
shit's
dumb.
so bad. So Ruben,
Uh,
in order to get these other weapons in the game, swap weapons, you have to go take these women on dates, and the date is whenever they look away, just fucking stare at their tits. That's the entire game.
Yeah,
And then
he's
you
right.
fill the meter, and then you give them a present, like some macaroons. And then you have these glasses, which you can see their underwear, and it fills the meter faster.
Yeah.
And then you fill the meter by looking at their boobs and not looking, and then you fuck them, and then they sing congratulations on new arrival, and then you get a weapon. So
Congratulations.
it's a dumb game, but I had a lot of fun playing.
Arriver.
But no, Brian, last Saturday, me, Ruben, Matt, Moses, Chris, and Justin Wang had a LAN party.
Yeah.
We first played Halo 1.
How long did your LAN party last? Mine lasted a week.
Our lasted until about 3 a.m. on Sunday.
yeah. It
So
You have
we're
no
not on your level,
idea
Brian.
15
how
hours.
exhausted I was that first night we did that. That was the first night. By the end of that week, I just got home and I passed the fuck out. Because it was literally 6 days in a row, or 6 nights in a row of being up till at least 3 in the morning. The last night I was up till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Were you guys all just staying over at someone's place?
Yeah, we were. Our friend Diego, his grandparents let us have the place for the entire week.
Wow.
So we all set up our computers there, and for a week straight we were...
That would require way too much, what's the word?
Alcohol?
Coordination on our part in order to do that.
Like,
It did require a lot of alcohol as well.
you guys
Because
brought
we'd have to
clothes
all
and stuff, right?
vacation at the same time.
What?
We'd all have to coordinate vacation at the same time.
Well, to be fair, because we were all set up in one place for a week straight, even people that had work just went to work and then came back.
God, I don't know if I can deal with that. I don't know if I can deal with that. God. My. But yeah, we played Halo 1, which is... That game's fucked up on LAN.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That was when I was still using that wireless card.
Oh, really?
So
Think it was
if we were wired in, it might have been better. I don't know.
Okay. Then we played...
Gearbox made that game, though. That's always weird to think about.
Yeah, it was. Then we tried to play Battlefield 4 on PC.
Try to play what?
Battlefield 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that game's broken.
Again,
That
I was
game-
on that wireless card.
Wait, that
Really?
game is broken?
That game, I don't know. That's just...
Remember,
it
I didn't
worked
get
out.
wired in till Civ 5.
We'll get to that. I think the most fun we had all day was we played. Chris found this
Tron.
this Tron life cycle game. What was it called? It was called. Let me go find what it was called. It was called Armageddon Advanced, and it's just your life cycles, and it's fucking awesome. And then Chris was like, "Oh wait, I can turn the speed up." so he turned the speed up from like 0 to like 10, and then we all just crashed into walls in like 1 second. And I fell out of my chair laughing. It was the fucking funniest goddamn thing.
Okay, quick side note, Mike. When you said you got all that Civ 5 DLC for $16, I
Yeah.
literally thought you just meant that all the DLC together cost $16, but it's actually on sale.
Yeah, it was on sale.
So, yeah, keep talking. I'll be on Steam.
Okay. So that was fucking funny. But then later, we had a 5-player Civ 5 game. And, we had problems because Ruben was on Wi-Fi and it was like fucking up everybody else's game. Until Ruben decided to, use Ethernet cable, which then worked out. But, man, fucking Chris took like 5 minutes per turn. Because he just bought so many units, he just fucking was doing that shit for 5 minutes straight. So that Civ 5 game lasted, I think, about, what, 7 hours, Ruben? 5-7 hours?
Civ 5?
Yeah.
6, 7, 1. Yeah, about 7 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. We had a 100-turn no-rush agreement.
We're never doing that again. You guys, everyone knows how to play now. We're never doing that again.
So at turn 102, Ruben was like rolling up on my borders, and me and him fought.
At turn 102?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. That sounds about right.
Yeah, so that happened. But then Chris was taking like forever between turns, and then we slowed down. And then around like 2 a.m., right when Moses was like rolling up on Ruben's fucking wall, loaded for bear, because Moses had an agreement. It seems like an agreement of alliance. And then around 2 a.m., I kicked him out of the game. We've been playing for 7 hours. And he was mad at me. But no, then we played Halo 2, and Halo 2 is still really fun.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, that game's super fun. I'm gonna play the game again. So, it was alright, Lamb. It was cool. I don't know.
We'll probably get Halo 2 when it comes out on Xbox One. And, I mean, technically Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, if you want to get super technical, but mostly for Halo 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
I wonder if they're going to include the Forge in Halo 3, because I had a lot of fun
They had
with that.
fucking better.
What?
They had better.
Yeah, that was the best.
Forge is awesome.
God, I spent so much time on that.
Yeah, it was great.
Just building fucking maps.
Yeah, I know. Or like playing user-made maps.
Yeah. Oh, we built the trolliest shit. It was like a map that was like super high off the ground, but it was all on like a bunch of boxes. So if anybody moved too fast and too heavily on the map, it would all fall apart.
Wow.
Yeah.
What I like to do is I like to turn gravity down and turn speed up and just play that way,
Oh yeah.
which we could not do in Halo 1 or 2, I believe. So
No, you could not. They added that in Halo 3 with Forge and stuff.
yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. I want to play it again. So that's that. Really, what you've been playing besides PSO2 and WildStar.
Well, on the note of WildStar and PSO2,
Okay.
I actually stopped playing WildStar because PSO2 Episode 3 comes out Tuesday, and on that same token, I've also stopped playing PSO2 until next Tuesday, so I'm no longer playing WildStar or PSO2 for the time being.
Wow.
I have been playing pretty much fighting games.
All of them?
Mainly just Under Night In-Birth. And then I go out to places to play Under Night In-Birth, and I beat people Under Night In-Birth. And then I hang out with people.
So
yeah.
perfect Japanese fighting games, okay.
Not a lot of excitement there. I'll just go on and other things.
Well, I can't fault you for that. You know what I got for my friend gifted it to me when it was on sale on Steam. I got The Witcher 2.
Yep, I got that too, man. I'm not ready for that shit right now.
I like that. Well, I mean, I like that game a lot more than Witcher 1. Let me put it that way.
Well,
I couldn't get into Witcher 1.
because Witcher 1 is
Dense.
flawed.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's flawed, but it is dense. That is a dense game.
Yeah, that game is something else. I mean, the combat's really cool,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm just trying to move through the games I can get done quickly, so I can put time to those games that are much longer.
Right. Yeah.
Like I kind of like playing Bully Scholarship Edition after I'm done with Papa EO and also playing through Enslaved again.
You know, Bully is still one of my favorite games of all time. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that game.
I don't think it really ages that well in this post Euphoria engine.
It doesn't. It
World.
doesn't age that well, but I
Like,
mean,
8 direction running.
I remember when I first played it, I was
Oh,
like,
it's awesome.
this
Fucking
is
awesome.
incredible.
Fucking great soundtrack. Fucking awesome. It was great.
And I mean, even to this day, I'll go back and play that game, and I'll realize that it's not aged super well, but it's still a lot of fun.
It's still really cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
They need to come out with Bully 2. That's just, I would love for them to come out with Bully 2.
What
I'd
do you
also love
want
for them to
for
come out what?
Red Dead Redemption 2 or Bully 2?
Oh man,
I'll take Red Dead 2.
I want to see Bully 2 only because that's a franchise they haven't touched in a while, and I want them to do something completely new from what they've been doing.
Oh, you know what they should do?
What?
You're in college.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah.
Rockstar
would
doing
be
that shit would be the raddest shit, fucking shit.
No. Like, it's a logical step up from the original Bully too, because
it was a boarding school.
yeah, it was a boarding school. But if you were to do a college, they could legitimately build an entire city around one college
And
Like
actually
Tempe.
make it feel like college with like drugs and sex and all this other shit.
You know, I want to see that, but I don't know if they should do it, because what I appreciated about Bully was the fact that it was a game that was able to bring open world type games to an audience they couldn't before.
True.
So, I mean, I could see both sides of the coin, really. I would like them to, if they were to do a Bully 2, I'd like them to keep it, I think, Bully themed.
No.
But if they were to do it in college, there's so much potential for that, because they would legitimately be able to build an entire, like, college town around
Or
something. Like,
they could make it high
conceivably
school,
make it take place in, like, Tempe.
or they could make it high school in South Central LA.
Oh, I don't want to live in South Central. I've already lived by there once before.
Oh, that place fucking sucks and it's fucking scary as all shit.
You know what's weird is I didn't realize until I accidentally drove the wrong way to Disneyland one time that my old hometown was not very far from Compton.
Oh,
Like, it was literally on the other side of the freeway from Compton.
Hey, were you being a menace in South Central?
Yes, always.
Were,
Trying to find my way to Disneyland, how dare I?
Were you sipping your juice in the hood?
Me
Going down
and
the
my
streets,
brother.
smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice.
Oh no! It wasn't Disneyland we were going to. We were on our way to Six Flags. And we were we got lost trying to find the freeway. So we're like, all right, well, what do we know? And we saw a street called Redondo Beach Boulevard, and the city we used to live in was Redondo Beach. So we recognized that it went through that. I'm like, all right, well, let's just follow Redondo Beach Boulevard. Eventually, we'll end up back at the freeway. We went the wrong way down Redondo Beach Boulevard, and we're driving along. I'm like, I don't recognize this. Then the first thing we see is a sign that says "Welcome to Compton." We're like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
this isn't the place I want to be right now.
Turn the fuck around.
Alex, I'm gonna need you to turn this boat around.
That's pretty good.
My jimmies are ruffled right now.
So that was interesting.
All right, Mike. I have all of Civ 5 now. All the DLC.
Yay. Isn't it awesome? How's it feel?
Well, the fact that literally $16 of the $16, although that was a bundle price, I already owned.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't give you not another copy either.
but it doesn't actually matter because all the rest of the DLC was still more than the bundle price.
Right.
So
That's one thing I wish they would do with Steam. Is if you already own part of a bundle, just give me the parts that I don't have.
I can't complain because the bundle's cheaper than the parts I didn't have. So it's I don't know.
I don't know. For me, it's well, let's see. I need Gods and King, and I need Brave New World. That's 14.
But there's all the other races and scenario packs too.
Oh, I don't need those.
And that's that's the thing. I'm just gonna fucking get it. Whatever.
It's what am I gonna play? Babylon? No, fuck those guys. The Vikings. I mean, they're kind of badass, but I mean, they died, so I don't care about them. Spain and Inca.
Oh lord. Anyways, yeah. So I got it now, and now it's 2.4 gigs of DLC. So that's pretty funny story. Yeah, Redondo Beach and Compton places, whatever.
Terrifying. I mean, well, it wasn't. It actually wasn't that bad until we drove by the Hustler Casino.
That sounds like the best.
You know what scares me on Steam is I just purchased that and I didn't have to verify shit.
Really now.
Anyone could just get on a computer and just buy whatever they want, and there's nothing to stop them.
I don't really think I want the
code.
I don't really think I want the Gods and Kings DLC, but I kind of really want the Brave New World DLC.
It's $7.
Yeah, I'll grab that. I got money for that.
Brave New World changes the game. Anyways.
Well, Brave New World is the one that has the pop culture stuff in it, right?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't know. It has tourism. I don't know. I'm losing horrible speed on Steam. What the fuck? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, Gamescom.
Oh yeah, we should. Okay, well, I guess before we move on to that, is anybody watching anything in particular you want to talk about?
I just started watching. I watched episode 1 of True Detective.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
I'm kind of lost.
Are you really? No, it's not that.
like-
I mean, episode 1 of any show, really, I think would.
But I think I want to start Veep instead.
Veep?
Yeah.
All right, before you start a comedy show on HBO that isn't Silicon Valley, have you watched Silicon Valley yet?
I don't watch Silicon Valley yet.
You should watch Silicon Valley before you watch Veep.
But
because
she's
Silicon
the
Valley
vice
is still my
president!
favorite. Silicon Valley is my favorite show that has come out this year, except for Game of Thrones, probably.
About Cosmos.
And Cosmo. I love Silicon Valley. I look forward to Silicon Valley each week far more than I look forward to even Game of Thrones and Cosmos, even. Just because it's so goddamn funny. And the last episode is probably the best thing I've seen so far this year that isn't.
I will look into it with my grandma's HBO account.
Please do that. I love that show so much.
Yeah, I heard Cosmos is on Netflix now. Is that true?
Cosmos on... I think the original one is the one from the 70s.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. I think we only have last 4 episodes of Cosmos on Fox right now. I haven't checked since I last looked, but
I think they've got the whole thing on Hulu. On Hulu Plus.
Oh, well, fuck Hulu Plus.
Well, my girl Riley has Hulu Plus, so I use her account. That's all I need.
True.
Now, Hulu Plus still has ads, right?
Which was your
it does.
main selling point at first.
Look,
No ads.
That it has ads, but I'm able to watch every episode of Quantum Leap if I want to, so...
I think it's stupid that you pay for a service and you still have ads. Like, God.
Yeah, it is.
Well, when it first came out, its big thing was Hulu Plus is ad free. Then it was
Yeah.
like, well, now we have ads, so go fuck yourself.
And like, why didn't every single subscriber cancel their subscription right then?
Because they love TV too much. They don't have any other hobbies like we do.
The convenience of being able to watch any show anytime I want to is pretty nice.
We have Netflix for that.
Not any show. I couldn't watch Fargo on Netflix if I wanted to. I could watch the movie Fargo, which is still incredible, but not the TV series. And the TV series Fargo is really good, by the way.
Netflix just put up Your Next, the indie film festival movie that was in theaters for a bit.
The indie what?
It's like this indie film festival winning movie.
I didn't see it. Have you seen it?
I saw it in theaters, and I saw it came out on Netflix. I was like, oh, this movie's so great. I really like it because it starts off as like a horror, but really subtly throughout the film turns into like this badass chick like taking revenge on everyone, and so but it loses all its horror. So it's really, really good.
You know, I heard that about that movie.
I enjoyed it. It also teaches you never to run out your door.
Well, I would normally not do that anyway. What else? What have I been watching? Oh, today I bought Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Cool.
Okay.
Like I wanted it because it's my second favorite movie that's come out this year so far. My favorite being the Lego Movie.
That was this year?
You know, it kind of hurts me to hear you say that because you're the biggest Captain America fan, and I also think Captain America was a better movie. And I'm not nearly the fan you are of Captain America.
Look, don't get me wrong. I love Captain America. It's my favorite. It's my second favorite Marvel movie of all time, and that's like hands down by far. Far and away. Like only the Avengers beats it out, and even then only by like a little bit, by touch. Because Captain America: The Winter Soldier was incredible. But there's only 2 movies that I bought this year and that I plan on buying this year, and that's Captain America: Winter Soldier and the Lego Movie. And the reason I like the Lego Movie so much is because I think the Lego Movie has a shot at an Oscar, and if it doesn't, that would piss me off.
I can't wait for the Oscars now. I can't wait.
Not Best Picture, but definitely Best Animated Movie.
I fucking bought Gravity in a Safeway checkout line.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
see. I would buy Gravity except for the fact that it's on HBO Go, so I could watch it literally anytime I want to anyway.
But I kind of want the extra features though, so
yeah.
That's what I buy Blu-rays for.
There's only 2. Okay, I should say technically 4 movies that I cared about the extra features for. That's the entire Lord of the Rings series and The Social Network.
Dude, Lego Movie has Batman's entire song.
Does it really?
It does. It's a music video. It's great.
No, parents.
They have the entire thing. It's the best shit.
Getting rich.
Yeah.
Kinda makes it better.
It is so funny.
I love that movie. I watched
so
it again the other day, and every time I watch it, it gets better and better for me.
Also, I tried watching Firefly again.
Tried? Couldn't get into it?
I don't really like Firefly that much, you guys.
I think you have to like the aesthetic. You have to like westerns, and you have to like...
I fucking hate that opening theme. Like, I fucking hate it.
I'm not a big fan of it either, but the show is still good.
The show is fine. Guys, I don't know. It's like I don't see what the hubbub's about, except I kind of chuckle over like that's kind of funny. I guess I don't know. It's really that's really it.
It's not something I've seen yet, but Sin City,
the show,
A Dame to Kill For comes out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's
does
correct.
It? Fuck
yeah,
it
does.
3 movies I want to see. God damn it.
Wait, what are the other 2?
Ninja Turtles and Expendables 3.
I don't think you need to see that one either.
Expendables 3, I can't wait to see. Like, every day I've been like, I should just go see this right now. And then I'm like, I can't. But,
you know what? I would give you a pass on Expendables 3. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't judge it, but I haven't heard great things about it.
I think I got the best... Let me double check this. I think I got the best reviews of any of the Expendables so far.
But Ninja Turtles... What pissed me off about the Ninja Turtles movie wasn't the fact that it was awful, but the fact that it was just a bad movie. Like, normally if it's an awful movie, I could just be like, oh, fuck, I hated that, I'd never watch that again. The problem with Ninja Turtles was the fact that there were some parts of it that were like, alright, I see where they're going with this, it's kind of cool, but then they just ruin it with human characters.
Yeah.
April.
April, in particular, is awful. And it's not even Megan Fox that does a bad job as April, it's just they wrote her character to be the stupidest shit ever. And on top of that was the fact that...
she wore yellow?
Like, a couple times. But the turtles are... Look, what pisses me off is the fact that the turtles are actually written really well. Like, they're on point for how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should be. And any scene with Splinter in it is actually really cool. But there aren't a lot of scenes with the turtles in it just doing their things. It's all dumb human characters. Like,
so they went the opposite route of the last movie and just said, fuck it, humans?
Yeah. They did, well, Michael Bay did what he did best, which is make a fucking Transformers movie with all human characters in it. He did that with...
And Megan Fox.
Here's the thing. So, hold on. I actually thought it was a Michael Bay movie, and it's not. He didn't direct it. He just produced it.
The fact that people blame Michael Bay for that movie is a misnomer. It's not directed by Michael Bay, it's produced.
Yeah.
Blaming Michael Bay for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would be like blaming Steven Spielberg for Transformers 2. Because Steven Spielberg produced Transformers 2.
Yeah. Anyways, no, I mean, I just want to see it, like, whatever. But I need to go see 3 movies. I'll have to try and dust them off in the next, like, weekend.
Actually, let me check I wonder if there's a Rotten Tomatoes score for Sin City out yet, because I'm very curious about that, if they're going to be able to follow up the first one at all. Because there's been almost no hype for Sin City: A Dame to Kill for it. I find that surprising. It's on 40. It's at 46% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which is, I mean, there.
I usually go by Metacritic score. I think it's a little less hipster.
It can be. I take Rotten Tomatoes with a grain of salt because they rated Great Gatsby like 30%, and I love that movie. So
yeah, they're stupid. But okay, so a movie I saw recently, I was not expecting to, and I just did because I got invited to it, was Step Up All In.
Oh God, what the hell are you doing?
Were you with a lady? I hope you were with a lady.
I'm not going to answer that. Do you know?
Ruben, are you homosexual?
Did you know that that's like the 6th or so one in that series?
Yeah.
And I'm watching this movie, and I'm like...
Let's see if we can count this out from memory. I know there's Step Up. I know there's Step Up 2, The Streets. There's Step Up All In is the new one. There's
Which one had Hayden Panettiere?
There's Step Up 3D.
Step Up Again, I think.
Step Up 3D, Step Up Revolution, I think, or something like that.
Step Up Revolution.
Step Up 3D. It's like 6 or something like that. But here's the thing, it's like...
It's Step Up to the Streets, Step Up 3D, Step Up Revolution, Step Up All In.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them.
Okay, 5.
5 of them.
So, this producer, like, I'm pretty sure he's making these movies so that these dancers who can't get jobs doing what they like can do something for money.
All right.
And the fact that the theater wasn't actually empty, the fact that it was like half full, really impressed me. Because as I'm watching this movie, like the dances and stuff are really cool, but the character and the drama, I'm like, I can't imagine the drama and the story being anything but this. Like, the main guy is too fucking all in, and he pisses off the girl he likes, and then he fucking, like, finds his true self, and then says, guys, we're just dancing for fun because that's who we are, and then that's how they resolve the movie.
This sounds like High School Musical.
I can't see any of these step-ups doing anything different from that.
Like, you know what movie did basically that, but, like, a lot better? Was, it wasn't dancing, it was a cappella, but... oh fuck, I don't remember what the name of the movie was, but it was that a cappella movie that came out that Riley showed because I thought it would be super dumb. Like, I need to find the name of this movie.
But basically, I felt like I was watching...
Pitch Perfect.
Oh, Pitch Perfect. Was that?
Like, I thought that movie would be so dumb. It looked awful to me. Then Riley sat me down and made me watch it, and I liked that movie. I thought it was like, I didn't think it was great or anything, but it was a very enjoyable movie. And Rob Reiner even directed it, and Rob Reiner is a very good director.
Well, funny thing about Pitch Perfect is I lent someone a USB flash drive once, and when I got it back, it had Pitch Perfect on it.
I'd give it a watch if I were you. There's some parts of it that are pretty good.
Well, I deleted it because I didn't
Oh.
know. I didn't know it was Pitch Perfect. I didn't know what it was. It just said like pitch.mp4 or something like that. I'm like,
It's Fever Pitch, the one about the Boston.
But
Boston.
no, the thing about Step
That-
Up is
you
I felt
pitched that,
like I
Beaver
felt like
pitched the Tonight Show host on it.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
Yeah, it had Jimmy Fallon in it.
oh really?
Anyway, what were you saying?
I just felt like Step Up was basically a 2-hour long Glee episode, and like I was okay with it just because I mean the dancing was really cool and the performances were really fucking cool. As long as you look past the shitty characters, the shitty drama, the shitty storyline, and the fact that like they just did some cheesy shit. But it was all on par from what I expected, to be fair.
I mean that's all you can ask for sometimes from crappy. Sometimes you have to go into a movie expecting it to be crappy.
Yeah, but it was better than what was that movie I saw? It was better than The Purge Anarchy. Much better. Much better.
Oh my god, I despise that movie. The Purge Anarchy. That was I think I've already talked about this in a different podcast, but boy, did I hate that movie.
Yeah, it's terrible. I watched it and I hated it.
But anyway, like if you haven't seen Pitch Perfect yet, I'd give it a watch. It's directed by the guy that did Spinal Tap of all things, and Spinal Tap is a great movie. And Pitch Perfect is a pretty good movie, so
Does Spinal Tap have anything to do with surgery?
it did not. It was about a rock group.
Alright.
It was it had the Spinal Tap was like about a parody rock group from the 1980s called in the movie it's called This Is Spinal Tap, but it's really funny. It's one of my favorite like parody movies of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, anyways, so movies and things are fun.
They can.
Yeah.
What about games, you guys?
Yeah, games. So Gamescom, we are already, 46 minutes into this. We should probably get on topic.
We're on topic technically. That was what are we watching? That's on my list of things to do.
Yeah, and, like me and Ruben are like specifically not including anime, otherwise we'll be here all night. So
Yeah.
we can't do that here.
No. Besides, I want to start talking about movies more often. I like movies.
I don't
too.
really care for them that often that much actually.
Oh,
I watch
Why?
a lot
I
of
care for
movies.
like one or two all year, and the other ones I see is because you guys fucking drag me there.
Mike,
I've already seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 times, and one of them was not of my own prerogative. So
Mike,
It's your
one of my
prerogative.
biggest regrets of the year is not buying a loyalty T-shirt and cup from Harkins. Because
I wish there was a Harkins around here for me to use a loyalty T-shirt and cup.
Give me
Do you have an
fucking
AMC?
T-shirt and cup.
We do have no. The nearest AMC is up in San Jose. All we've got is Regal.
The fuck's a Regal?
Regal Cinemas. It's another cinema. We also have not ArcLight. It's Cinelux, but that's like a local thing.
I think I see on average 5 movies a month.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Or I try to at least.
That's what. Well, okay, I don't want to get into that. But anyways,
That
so
number radically rises though the closer I get to Oscar season, like exponentially. The closer we get to Oscar season, I start overloading on movies as they get nominated.
I think I'm
See-
getting the TV show before getting the movies.
Brian, I wish you were here so that I wouldn't have to keep asking other people to go with me, so I don't have to go alone at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Well, I would love to see movies with you, Ruben. We used to do it all the time
Aw,
before.
So sweet. Anyways, okay, yeah, we're digressing constantly. Games.
Games.
Yeah,
Games.
Gamescom.
Computers. Gamescom.
Gamescom.
Gamescom. Pewter. So I mean, like in news, this last week was a pretty big week in video game news, just because there was a huge convention and a bunch of stuff happened.
Yeah, let's go to Google. I'm gonna type in the first thing you say. Go.
I think the biggest news that came out of Gamescom, in my personal opinion, was the reveal of Silent Hills.
Silent Hills. Deep.
Silent Hills. That was absolutely, like, I lost my goddamn mind when I heard about that game. Because speaking of movies, Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite people, like, one of my favorite directors. He's done so many movies. Like, I'm not a big horror movie fan, but even the horror movie he did, Mama, I liked that one. I liked that one a fair amount. And then, of course, he did Pan's Labyrinth, which was a masterpiece. And he did Pacific Rim, which I loved a lot.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Huh.
He did. And he's said he was going to do a video game for a long time, which makes me
It was
wonder.
called Insane. I think they canceled it though.
Yeah, so I wonder if they just folded that into this. Just
Possibly.
like we were working on a game. We need a new Silent Hill game. Hey, Kojima, get in here.
Well, Kojima got in there for Castlevania as well, so I take that at face value as not being important.
I mean, but yeah, did he direct the Silent Hill games? I don't think he did. Or not Silent Hill games. The
No, he didn't.
I think it was just his studio that did it, but he wasn't in charge. This is Kojima doing the first game he's done since Metal Gear.
That game's gonna be 30 hours long. It's gonna have like 20 hours of dialogue.
And you know what? I think in a Silent Hill game directed in part by Guillermo del Toro, I think that would work. Because I think Del Toro would have the power to rein him in and keep the cutscenes that he
No
does.
one has the power to rein in Kojima.
Well, you're right. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it would Del Toro would have the power to rein the cutscenes in a little bit and keep them cinematic instead of just dumb.
You're saying that Metal Gear was not cinematic?
No. I mean, in some ways it was, but in other ways it was just a lot of exposition that happened during the cutscenes. Kojima likes to get really lore heavy with his games, and in some ways,
Lalo.
fucking.
So I'm on
Who are
this.
the Patriots, Brian?
What?
Who are the Patriots?
Patriots. It's Lolly Lalo.
Brian,
I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater.
Yes, Ruben.
I'm on the Polygon article for the Silent Hills,
Yeah.
and they're doing my pet peeve on article writing. With
They put a quote in there.
Oh, it's just right smack in the middle of the fucking.
It's masturbation is all it really is.
No, they
masturbation.
Polygon does it. IGN does it. Kotaku does it. Everybody does it.
Giant Bomb doesn't do that shit.
Giant Bomb is interesting because they're part of the same group that does GameSpot, so they're more blog centric.
Because it can be.
Yeah, they're not a major news site.
They're more about video content and and game coverage.
Look the same.
Yeah,
look
they're
at this
very
fucking
opinion
link.
based. Take that as you will. Like, GameSpot is the part that just straight up reports on news and stuff
Yeah,
involved.
Ruben, if you want, you can always just come over here and play it. It's on PS4.
It is. I don't have a PS4, so I can't play.
The PT?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I already watched the video for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I heard it was scary, so I'm not gonna watch it.
It is funny because the girl playing it is just like.
Wait, did you see the trailer or the actual PT game?
I think it was a person playing the PT game.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you just watched a Let's Play of it.
No, the actual PT game is on PS4. You can play it.
I know, but
Okay.
the trailer thing I watched was of someone playing that PT, and just like freaking out where they're playing it because
Do you want to play it though?
They go in the hallway. Well, there's no point now. I've seen it. I
Okay.
watched the whole thing.
All right.
But no, if I put the link if you want to see this freaking, this.
I gotta say though, like,
it's
the
two
main
of 'em.
reason I haven't had like a big push to get a PS4 so far is because there's been no games that really made me want to get it. If they announce Silent Hills as an exclusive for PS4, I think that might be the one to put me over the edge.
Well, I mean, Phantom Pain. Oh, wait, never mind. Just kidding. Go on.
What? Were you gonna say something?
I caught myself before I said something stupid. So go on.
Okay. All right then. It's just like, if Pete, I know they haven't announced any consoles that have come out for it yet. They barely announced the game. The only reason they announced the game is because Konami couldn't fucking restrain themselves. Like, they were going to release PT, like, ooh, mysterious. What is this leading towards? Oh, we've got a game studio that doesn't actually exist, the same way that that Phantom Pain did.
Nope.
And then Konami was literally just like, hey guys, we got Silent Hills coming out. No, yeah, that's Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, because they couldn't fucking restrain themselves. And then Kojima and del Toro were like, well, alright, yeah, this is us. You here, play this demo, I guess. It's not a secret anymore.
God, yeah. The PT
But
was
like
interesting.
that might be the game that would put me over the edge into getting a PS4, I think, if that's an exclusive. Nothing's been announced about it yet, so.
Nope.
But yeah. What else was there? Oh, Tomb Raider is a console exclusive, at least
Time exclusive. At
For
least
how long though?
I think for holiday next year, they'll come out. I'm gonna say March with the definitive edition.
I think
on
I've heard.
PS4.
I think I've heard 1 year as an exclusive.
I wouldn't give them a year. I say like 4 months.
From what I understand, Microsoft paid a lot of money, like a lot of money.
They did a time exclusive. Yeah, they didn't buy the franchise. They just
No, they didn't buy the franchise. I think they did something similar to what Titanfall did, but not quite as much, where they bought like a game in the franchise and made it so that any future games would still go to consoles.
I think they just bought a timed where, for this amount of time, it's only going to be on our console. I think that's what we happened here.
Yeah, but I think that whatever amount of time they got would be enough. Because obviously they bought so much time that they don't have a release date on PS4 yet, clearly, or PC, I think. So they bought enough time to make it so that there's no other release date yet. So it's going to be at least a couple months.
Okay.
And at that point, after several months, I think enough people would have played the game or bought a console to play the game or something that it would just not have as much impact on PS4 anyway.
I mean, it's smart.
No, it's an incredible... That's the thing that a lot of people are missing. They're like, oh, there's no loyalty there. I'm like, why the fuck do they need loyalty? It's a smart business decision. They're trying to move consoles...
It's going to be on PS4 at some point.
What really pisses me off is the fact that people are like, Tomb Raider was on PlayStation first. The fact that they turned their back on PlayStation. Oh, come on. They rebooted the franchise on both consoles anyway. Don't pretend there's any kind of brand loyalty.
It's not even the same game.
No, it's not. It's even owned by Square Enix now. The original one was made by... Who?
Wait.
I don't...
Original was about what?
The remake is Square Enix.
Yeah, no, the remake is Square Enix. But people are talking about the new one like... It should have some kind of brand loyalty to Sony because Tomb Raider originally started on Sony. But that's just...
Well, I mean, okay, were people as butthurt when Final Fantasy came to Xbox?
Yes. Incredibly butthurt.
Well,
they're still butthurt about that.
Get on a reasonable level. Like, there is competition in this world, GG. I did not know you guys switched over to Tomb Raider because I was, like, piecing out my mind for a bit. But I wanted to say one quick thing about Silent Hill.
Okay.
Before I go on. When I played The Room, shitty-ass game, but it was a lot of fun because me and a couple of friends, one of them had the game, and so we just literally, at like when the sun went down, we got together and just beat the game in one night, straight through.
Yeah, that sounds about right for the
We
Room.
should chip in, like split the game 3 ways, and literally just beat it when the sun goes down till the sun goes up.
What, Silent Hill?
But I hate scary games.
But that's we have to be together, so it's not scary anymore.
Mike. It's time.
Because the thing is, Silent Hill, I love Silent Hill, but the problem is, it's not worth the money to me to buy a single-player game I can play through once. But I do want to play the game, and it's fun. It's a fun game to play with other people. So
we're not going to record it, are we?
Why would I?
Might as
no,
well.
I don't care.
Well, we don't have a capture device. And I don't know.
Good.
Well, I do, but I don't really care about it. Like, I don't care about that. I'm just saying it'd be fun to play together and split the cost 3 ways rather than paying $60 for a game I'm going to play once.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I have been regretting that shit back in 2010 when Lollipop Chainsaw came out. Anyways, the Tomb Raider, I'm really happy. I have 0 problems with it coming to the bone, and I'm actually kind of happy it is, because when Phantom Dust 2 was announced, I was like, alright, I'm getting a bone first now. And now I've been, like, validated, because the Tomb Raider remake made me want to get the sequel.
Yeah.
And now I have another reason to get the Xbox One.
As somebody that owns the bone, I thought the new Tomb Raider was pretty good. I liked it, but I didn't think it was amazing.
I thought it was great.
And I thought the second one coming to Xbox is nice and all. It's just, it's not a huge deal for me. It wouldn't make me buy the console if it was an exclusive either way.
It is for me though, because I love that game. And as a PS4 owner, I'm a little miffed, but I got over it.
The comparison I would want to make is between Bayonetta 2 and the Wii U, but there is a fundamental difference in the fact that Nintendo actually did help make Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 2 wouldn't exist without Nintendo. And this is just Microsoft giving Square Enix a bunch of money to get a exclusive for a while.
Well,
so you're saying you think it will come to PS4 later?
I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, they've said that it is a timed exclusive, but we don't know for how long. It's probably going to be a couple months at least.
But
The most I've heard is like a year. The least I've heard is like 3-4 months. So.
I'm thinking about it now. It's coming out holiday 2015, right?
Which?
Tomb Raider 2.
I don't know.
Tomb Raider 2, right?
For some reason my internet is kind of weird right now, but yeah, no, I think it's sometime next year.
Which is around the same time as Halo 5, right?
That's true.
And I'm buying a console for Halo 5, so it might just work out that I'll just end up buying it anyway when I buy Xbox One.
Yeah, there you go.
So I don't have anything to get worried about.
In the meantime, though, like the more I think about the PlayStation 4, there's just not a whole lot that I personally need for, like, as far as interesting games that are coming out, The Order looks kind of cool, and Bloodborne is not the kind of game I would want to play, honestly. Just because I can only go so far with Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 before. I mean, I beat Dark Souls 1, but Dark Souls 2 I can only get so far before being like, this is not my kind of game.
Yeah, I'm not very hyped for Bloodborne. It's not.
It's Dark Souls again, I guess. But I mean, other than that, like, I really don't care for Little Big Planet much. I had no reason to get that. Is there anything else?
Like,
for PS4?
Yeah.
Uncharted 4.
I mean, like, that has an imminent release date.
Destiny, but that's not true.
Don't give me that. Get out of here.
They have exclusive timed content on PS4. That'll be out on Xbox One next year.
yeah,
Great.
Brian. It's like the thing is that I wanted a PS4 at first, but as time goes on, literally the only thing now I can really think about on PS4 is the God, where is it? FF15.
When it's ready, asshole.
Too. Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 are both coming out on Xbox One as well, so...
Yeah,
oh, well, fuck me! Alright, guys, cast is over. I'm never buying a PS4, apparently. GG. Oh my god.
But Ruben, Uncharted.
I don't...
You need to chart it, Ruben. You need to chart the Uncharted parts.
I've never played any of them.
Mike, when they give me a release date for Uncharted, I will buy a PS4.
Ruben, you should play the HD remix of Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. That will come out next year because you know it's going to happen.
I don't care about that. At least I would be able to look at this. I'm looking at it this way. At least I could justify a purchase of Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. There's no human way I would justify a purchase of The Last of Us. I'm not going to pay $60 for a game I already paid $60 for.
But
That would never happen. The only way that would happen is if there was like a conceivable difference to it, other than just how it looks.
Okay, yep.
Like Grand Theft Auto, there's a difference there. Like they've added some stuff to that game.
Like traffic.
Like traffic.
That's the only thing I already mentioned about that game. Traffic, huh? It's like
wait,
that
what?
traffic. What?
They re-released GTA 5 and added something you hate.
No,
in
they're
real
going.
life.
They're going.
How is traffic a selling point?
Real life, but if they add traffic in a game like Grand Theft Auto, that's wonderful. That's taking an F-18 and shooting traffic.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Or you're in a police chase. We run the traffic. Now you're go on foot running between cars.
You know, like real life Los Angeles.
Like real life Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a Facebook post right now and see how many people I pissed off.
What are you gonna say?
It looks like I'll never need a PS4 after all.
Oh.
Let me go on Facebook. And
I guarantee you, like, one of the first posts on that is going to be Mike Spatafor.
You're half right. Hold on.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway.
And you know, this sucks the most. Okay, let me tell you what sucks here. Is I like the... Mike, shut up. I like the Xbox 360. As a console, I like it a lot more than the PS3.
As do I.
The problem is, I use my PS3 probably triple the amount as my Xbox 360 because all the games I want are on it. Now, to that extent, I have actually canceled my Gold subscription on Xbox as of 4 days ago, and I have put a good 2 years into PSN Plus because you get to upload your save games and shit. Which Xbox has that too now, but I was like, whatever. I don't have any games like that on Xbox. All my single player games are on PS3. But it's like, so I'm gonna want to keep using PSN Plus for my Vita. But now I got an Xbox One, I'm gonna want to resubscribe to Gold again. So now I'm just torn between my online services and the consoles I want to play.
Well, that always tends to be the problem.
I don't know what to do. Help me, Brian. Help me.
I can only do so much. I'm just a man.
Alright. What's the next news from Gamescom?
Yeah, let's talk about Quantum Break for a while. That looks pretty good.
Quantum Break.
It's a lot more action-y than I thought it would be. They build it as kind of like a Heavy Rain type of thing, but I mean, it's a game. Heavy Rain is not a game.
Heavy Rain's a lot better than fucking Beyond Two Souls is.
I'm sorry, did you just say like Heavy Rain is a bad game?
It's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game. It's just not a game.
Oh my god.
Heavy Rain is an interactive narrative in the same way that The Walking Dead is an interactive narrative.
I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Let's just continue.
They want to have the guy who plays Daryl on Walking Dead as the main character of Silent Hills.
Hill?
Okay, when they show the character in the PT, he kind of looks like him.
It is him.
Okay.
Like, it's voiced by him and is him.
Then I wasn't off, because I was like, that guy looks familiar.
No,
Also,
you're right.
developers who made Remember Me and announcing a new game soon.
They did announce it. I forget what it was.
Capcom?
Not
No,
the publishers, developers.
the actual team that did Remember Me. Like the studio.
Well, even though I talked shit for a good, I don't know, 4 hours of that game, I actually ended up enjoying it a lot in the end, so I'll keep a lookout for the next game.
It was on that Gamescom 2014 top games list. The game by the new people, or by the people that did Remember Me.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay,
Warcraft.
Quantum Break is by Remedy Entertainment. Those are not the people who made Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
No, they're not. I'm just saying, I expected when they first announced the game that it would be a lot like those games. It ended up being a lot more action-based. Like, actually having gameplay.
The maker of Beyond Good and Evil 1 is making a new game called Wild.
That's fascinating. I don't know what to think of that yet.
And then Ninja Theory, makers of Heavenly Sword and Enslaved, Journey to the West, and also the reboot of DMC, is making a new game called Hellblade.
Well, at least it's not DMC 2, so
Shut the fuck up, Brian.
thankful for that. Look, I'm sorry, I didn't like DMC 2 or DMC. I thought it was stupid. I thought it ruined a good franchise.
Ruined a good franchise? You're saying that DMC 4 did not do that?
I thought DMC 4's gameplay was at least still technical. You could button mash your way through DMC.
I don't think you really can.
You can. You 100% can.
Alright. Okay.
So,
Didn't have the style that DMC 4 did at all.
did they have a gameplay trailer of this Quantum Break game? Because I don't see any.
Yeah, they did. I don't know if you'd be able to find it, but they definitely had a gameplay trailer for it.
Like, how did the game look like it played out? Like, what did it look like? Did it look like Resonance of Fate by any chance? Because this guy's got a gun and they're controlling time.
Rings of Fate looks so fucking cool, but man, is that game weird.
It's a weird game. There is a lot of time control type stuff, and there is gunplay of sorts. So I guess in a way you could say it's kind of like Resonance of Fate, but it's a Western developer, and it isn't nearly as RPG based. It looks like.
Well, if it's cool enough, I might check it out.
What's interesting about Quantum Break, and what I'm curious if they're still gonna do now that they've gotten rid of Xbox Entertainment Studios, is Quantum Break was first advertised to have a tie-in with a TV series that Xbox Entertainment Studios was doing. But now that that's not a thing anymore, I wonder if they're still planning on doing it. Like, I know they're still doing the Halo one, and that's it. That's the only one I know that they're still doing.
Mm-hmm.
But they had started this entire entertainment studio, and they had all this content planned that they were going to do, and then they just said, no, we don't want to. We want to focus on games now. We don't want to do that anymore. Which is respectable, but it's way outside of the Xbox's original vision.
Yeah.
And I'm personally fine with it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. What was the game you said after this and before the Hellblade? You mentioned another game.
Wild.
By who?
The
same
maker
team that
of
did-
no, the maker of no, he left the. I think he left that studio. The maker of Beyond Good and Evil. I think it's like named like Miel on So or something like that.
Oh, I got a trailer for this one. All right, let's check it out.
I think it looks interesting, and I mean, I liked Beyond Good and Evil 1 a lot. I hope it's good.
I like that game apart from its fucking dumbass camera, which sucked
Beyond
shit.
Good and Evil?
Yep.
That's ironic, considering the game was about a camera.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that camera. I'm talking about the gameplay camera. Because that gameplay camera was fucking bad.
I think gameplay cameras in that era of video gaming in general were bad.
I don't think so. Like God of War had a good gaming camera.
I think, well, they went for more of a fixed camera thing, didn't they?
No, it was not a fixed camera. It's just really, really bad camera.
Okay,
What,
what the hell is an online survival adventure game? Like, please give me an
Daisy.
example.
Like,
Daisy.
Daisy.
No, Daisy
My-
is a game where a zombie walked through a fucking door because the game sucks. Give me another
Minecraft.
example. Okay, what the? No, you're stupid. Go on. No.
Terraria.
I never played.
Rust.
Never
The
played
point that he's getting at is these games where they put you in a world, there's a bunch of other players, and your entire goal is just survive.
Minecraft.
This
It's the
guy's
whole
fucking
it's the
so
whole style.
white.
And honestly, it's a genre that I'm getting pretty tired of because it's becoming way oversaturated.
It's a genre I didn't know existed. I don't know.
Well, Minecraft started it, then DayZ kind of went in on it, and then all of these games started copying them both. In some
Oh,
capacity.
speaking of Daisy, Daisy's coming to PS4.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I hope they fix zombies walking through walls.
Yeah, I played Daisy for about 20 minutes, and a zombie chased me across 2 continents and then walked through a door.
I've had enough of that style of game at this point.
By
I've
the way-
seen everything I need to see from it, and there's nothing in that genre that can surprise me anymore, and I have no interest to keep playing it.
What about No Man's Sky?
I would argue that that's not the same thing. No Man's Sky isn't a survival thing, it's an exploration thing.
I'm sure survival's an element to it.
I don't think it is. They've given absolutely no no indication of that, other than the fact that it's more about exploration.
Hmm.
So that wild
Well,
trailer like bored me, and then it creeped me out, and then it amazed me.
Tomb Raider?
No, the wild trailer.
Okay, alright.
Because at the end, it showed someone riding a giant hawk, and I think that's cool. And I will not buy that game. Let's go on.
Yeah, moving on.
Next game.
Is that everything?
Gamescom.
I don't know.
Sounds not E3. There's not gonna be a lot of shit happening.
No, they didn't do like a ton of like really big name
Here, I'll look at
announcements
the
there.
Hellblade thing. Whatever.
Hellblade looks kind of cool.
Hellblade. From DayZ to Metal Gear Solid. What Sony did at the Gamescom.
Sony did well. Okay,
Hmm.
Sony announced a bunch of indie games that I really have no interest in.
There's the one with like the proletariat workers that seemed kind of cool. I forgot what the name's called.
I have no interest in that game.
I kind of do. That should look. That should like kind of look kind of not in the same style, but the same feel as Double Fine's. What was it called? Stacking.
It had this a similar feel. This was more. It looked like Minecraft, but super Russian.
I'm down with that. I'm cool. I want that.
And I mean, well, this is coming from somebody who couldn't get into Minecraft either. But I just, again, that's a genre that's been killed to death. Killed to death. Yeah, great. It's been mined
a writer,
to
huh?
death. What?
And you're a writer.
Yeah, I'm a writer. What of it? I got a degree in English and journalism. Doesn't matter.
You said that you be writing good.
I write real good. Like, I talk super good, man.
Great. All right.
No, it's just they've mined that genre for all it can get, and adding aesthetics to it isn't going to make it more interesting to
Are
me.
you talking about Hellblade right now?
No, we're talking about
Wild.
Oh, well.
no, we're not talking about Wild. We're talking about the fucking Proletariat game.
Oh.
The hell? Oh. I'm watching the Hellblade trailer, and nothing's happened yet. It's an independent game. That's the first text on the screen. That's not text I want to see.
Boy, that's another
Like-
that's another
Okay.
conversation we could have.
Yeah, it's okay. So, Are indie games getting big enough where literally the first thing you should see in a trailer is an indie game?
Yes.
The makers of Heavenly Sword and Slay the DMC.
That's a problem for me. I think indie games worked really well because they were something that meant something. Like, oh, this is an indie game. This is somebody doing something that's a personal project for them. At this point, it feels like any big name developer can get a studio behind them and then make an indie, quote unquote, indie game.
I mean, this is beautiful for an indie game. Let me tell you right now.
I think
Well, they're
indie
always
games
beautiful.
have become an excuse to release a game for $15 and then make a ton of money off of it. And I don't think that's how it should be. I think an independent game should actually be independent and just be somebody's vision for a game. Like, I would say that Gone Home is an indie game.
That fucking
Like,
trailer
Poppy Yo's indie
made
game.
me
Raid's
feel
indie
bad.
game. Bastion's an indie game.
Yeah, but it's become so flooded with indie games at this point that they're losing.
But I think that's a good thing. Because they don't have to go through publishers to do this kind of cool stuff that they couldn't do before.
But that's based on the fact that they would be doing cool stuff that they want to do instead of just trying to make money off of making a quote-unquote indie game.
Some people are. Some people are, you know?
Some people are, but not everyone. Not even
Well,
close to everyone.
Not everyone's always trying to do stuff for the greater good, you know? It's just not going to happen.
I just think that the indie game market has become so flooded, so diluted to the point where it means nothing anymore, almost. Not quite. There's still a lot of good indie games that come out, but whenever I see a quote-unquote indie game come out, I am wary of it. That it feels, especially when it comes to these survival games like Rust and what was that other? There was another survival game where you like crashed on a plane and there were cannibals.
Oh, that's called The Forest.
Yeah, The Forest. Like that just felt like they wanted to make another survival game for the point of it, for no point.
And they certainly did that.
Brian,
Yeah.
what was the proliferatory game you were...
Oh god, I don't remember what the name of the game is.
I typed in Gamescom Pro. I'm not getting anything happening here.
No,
Project
it's
Spark?
no.
Hollow Point?
Project's
Is
still
it,
around.
is it Hollow Point? No?
No, Mike, do you remember what the name of the game is?
What?
The like Russian game.
Okay, let me type in Gamescom Russian. Russian Force. No, these. Oh wow. Okay. Whew, let's get out of this. That is some league shit. I don't want that anywhere near me. Alright, you know what? Here, Gamescom games list. This be easy. List of games at Gamescom 2014. Come on, IGN, help me. Holy shit! There
were a lot of games
So
at Gamescom.
many games.
Okay, search Sony then. It was in the Sony briefing.
Okay.
It was.
Sony.
See if I
Big
can
Fest, Bloodborne, Counter Spy, Drive
Wow.
Club, Entwined, Final
No.
Horizon, Flame Over, Freedom Wars, Frozen.
Freedom Wars. They might have been Freedom Wars, I think.
No, it was not Freedom Wars. Freedom Wars is the Japanese game.
Oh, I know Freedom Wars. It's not Freedom Wars. Frozen Synapse Tactics, Futuridium, Galact Z.
The future. It was the future something.
What?
The future people.
Futuridium.
I think it was.
Future-
But speaking of Sony, did you fucking guys see that goddamn Metal Gear 5 cardboard box trailer?
That was pretty good.
It was one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I enjoyed it. It's pretty good.
It was so good. God,
Oh.
it was the best.
The Order 1886. That's the game at E3 that I couldn't remember the fucking name of, where like you turn into a werewolf or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more I see about that game, the less and less interested in it I get.
Okay, I want to look at Futuridium trailer.
It's not Futuridium. It's
Jesus
the
Christ.
future.
Okay, no, the game is called The Tomorrow Children.
The Tomorrow Children. That's the one. I
Man,
literally.
that's an indie game title.
What the hell? It's
It's-
not even on this list.
That's how indie it was. It appeared in the.
It's
It
the-
appeared in the press conference. It is
I
normal.
have this huge list of games that I have to control F through, and you don't even give me one of them. All right, whatever. Just fucking Gamescom: The Tomorrow Children.
But yeah, like it looks like another game where you're mining stuff, and it has an interesting like proletariat aesthetic. But I'm so burnt out on that genre. I
I'm
don't.
down with the pros. I mean, the pros are down.
The proles.
Yeah.
Peggy
Da-
7.
Proletariat Ruska.
Oh,
I have
it's a Japan studio game. Hold on.
Also, I love Big Brother too, so you know I'm kind of got my feet in two different camps here.
Dude, Japan studio.
Boy, you must be fun when it comes to playing Tropico.
This game.
I
looks
love
like
Big
a
Brother.
Freaking Pixar movie, guys.
Down with the man.
Oh my god, is it just Minecraft again?
Yeah, it is.
I hope so.
Alright, well, you know what? Turning off this trailer, we're gonna go back and watch the MGS box trailer because it was actually awesome.
It was.
Alright. Go on.
I'm gonna buy MGS. I mean, I love that game.
Oh,
But
for
speaking
sure.
of MGS, what's really fascinating about what happened with MGS is the fact that it's actually coming out for PC.
Yeah, and you know, now I'm torn. I don't know what to get it for now.
Well, I gotta get it for my console because my PC is not going to be able to run it at any conceivable level. So,
Well, if I get Xbox One, I'll probably want to just use it as much as possible, so I'll probably just buy it for Xbox One anyways.
well, the thing with the Xbox One version is it's probably still going to look relatively nice, and it's nice to just put it in and play it instead of having to deal with. I want to see whatever trolly shit Kojima does, just as trolly shit.
God, I love this trailer so much.
Because Metal Gear Solid 4 began with TV commercials.
Yeah.
And that was the best thing I've seen.
Oh, quick aside for the Xbox One, something I've been hoping to follow, but I haven't heard anything about it. Maybe you have. You know how they were talking about... I love this trailer. How about how the Connectless version had more potential for power since it didn't use 10% of its power on like the Connect processes and shit?
There's one thing we need to clear up with that in the way that you're saying that. It's not that the Connectless version is any different than the one that came
No,
with
it's
the
not.
Connect.
Yeah.
It's just that from now forward, there was an update that allows developers to use the console as if it didn't have the Kinect attached. Like, it would just turn off the Kinect,
Right.
and it would be able to allocate that power to the console. So
Right.
that's one big misconception that I've heard people repeating, that they need to buy the new Connectless one in order to take advantage of that, and they don't.
Right.
They don't even need to disconnect their Kinect. They could leave it connected, but it'll automatically turn off when they want to allocate that power to the game.
But that's the thing. It's like, okay, so let's go a year from now, and that's just something that developers are doing on the Xbox. So you go into your main menu of your game, you go to options, and one of the options says, enhance graphics or something. And then people are going to start questioning, so why isn't always just enhanced, you know? And, I mean, is that going to be something that Microsoft is going to... this trailer.
What are you watching again?
I'm just rewatching the box
trailer.
trailer. I just love it so much.
It's so good. God, it's so good.
But it's just, having that is great. I think it's great that they found a way to squeeze more power out of the Xbox One for game developers to use. But I think it's going to confuse the layman, the layman player, I guess. I got no better
The
way to
lame
call him.
player. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Right.
Am I right?
Right.
And into questioning, well, hey, why do I have to do this option? Am I going to, hurt my Xbox by doing it? Do I have to buy something extra for it? Do I have to, why is this not always good? They're going to start asking questions. And then Microsoft
I
will
Why
be
aren't games always good, you know?
I
All games
don't
should be
know if they'll make it an option. I think they're leaving it up to the developers.
But
Because
then...
they're making it so that develop, I think with... it's either Diablo or Destiny that they're doing it with the 1080p thing, where they're saying the developer got this code and then they were able to input it, and then the game, when you put it in, will automatically turn the Kinect off to use the power.
That would make more sense, but then people would be like, well, stop turning my Kinect off, bitches.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
Okay, no.
I think there are 5 people saying that. I've seen one post that was like, well, I like using my Kinect for some stuff, just saying things. But honestly, if you've already got a controller in your hand anyway, then you're just as easily going to be able to press the Xbox button to get back to Kinect. Or get back to the main menu. You don't have to disconnect your Kinect in order to do stuff. You can leave it connected. It's just going to turn it off.
Yeah, I just think that's really cool. I'm gonna get a Connectless version because I don't have any use for the Kinect. The only game I would want to connect for is Dance Central.
Yeah,
but I can't really play Dance Central in my apartment because I have people living underneath me.
Yeah, I'm looking for.
We can always bring it over here and we can have it at parties.
Well, if you get the Kinect version, I will definitely play Dance Central at your house.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
I actually want Fantasia. I think Fantasia looks really cool.
Oh my god, looking at Fantasia trailer. Gamescom, Fantasia.
I don't think Fantasia actually appeared at Gamescom.
God, I hate
could
you.
be
It's
wrong.
definitely not. Alright, ETH. Shit, fuck. Oh, it's a Disney game. Don't care. Alright, go on.
What did you think it was? Fantasia? What
Fantasia, Ruben. What the fuck?
You know, my mind is half on Gamescom, and I typed it Fantastia too. It's great.
Oh, going way back to games that I've been playing right now, just really quickly, Marvel Heroes. I hated that game when it came out, kinda. Like, I started playing it, and I played for like 5 levels, and I gave up on it. I started playing that game again. I really like that game now.
Hey, Ruben.
Hmm.
Can you find a new land game?
Are you gonna say Marvel Heroes?
Yep, Marvel Heroes.
Okay, that's stupid because we never got around to playing Dead Island Epidemic, which I got.
As well. We get
Yeah,
that
but
too.
But fuck that, though.
All right. And so were there any other big announcements at Gamescom, or that was pretty much a big thing?
That was
Those are I think that was the big stuff. There were some smaller announcements too, but those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head. Oh, no, one more big one. It's more for me than the general populace, though. They announced Roller Coaster Tycoon Universe.
Oh, Brian.
And
Oh, I can't wait to see this trailer.
I fucking love Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, that game was my junior high school year. That game got me through junior high school, like, alive. I love Roller Coaster Tycoon so much. And I've been awaiting years and years for a new Roller Coaster Tycoon game, and this new one is actually looking really good. Like, the fact that you're able to visit other people's theme parks and, like, actually ride rides in their theme parks and walk around their parks is
You know what,
something...
Brian? I will go ahead and play that dumb shit with you, okay?
Please do.
When's it come out?
I think it comes out either late this year or early next year. I'm not positive.
It's not called Universe. It's called Roller Coaster Tycoon World, by the way.
World, thank you. Roller Coaster Tycoon World.
But
That's a day one buy for me, because Roller Coaster Tycoon has always been such an important part of my video gaming experience. It's been dead since, like, 2003.
boy, I'm getting the most. I can't find a site that like seems legit for Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like the first 2 I clicked on just seemed really shady. All right, here we go. The best things in life. Going up the roller coaster, going up the are worth waiting for. Going up the roller coaster, going up the roller coaster. Hold on.
Like, playing this is...
For one
like,
heck of a ride.
Whee! This is getting into some real shit for me, but Roller Coaster Tycoon has given me, like, an incredible fascination with theme park design and roller coaster design. Like, last to this day. I love, like, looking at roller coasters, learning about roller coaster history and all that stuff.
Like how people get beheaded in Space Mountain.
That never happened.
Yet. It's pretty easy to if you know
Yeah,
the lights on.
I'm waiting for it.
There's
the
like
most-
a
like,
rebar
somebody-
like 4 feet in front of your face that entire ride.
I'll be right
There
back.
have been people that have died on Space Mountain, but it was because of
Heart conditions. Yep.
it was heart conditions, and I think in one case it was like a neck thing.
Oh well.
But
I just sit down real low during that ride. I don't even fuck around.
in neither
I keep my
way-
hands inside the vehicle at all times.
neither time was it the fault of the ride. It was because of previous conditions and stuff. So, go figure. But anyway, like, that's why I love Disneyland so much, because the Matterhorn at Disneyland is the world's first steel coaster of that design. The one where that uses a cylindrical track.
Mhm.
It was the world's first of that kind.
Mm.
So, I love roller coasters, and I love roller coaster history and all that. That was directly as a result of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Mm.
I think there's like an entire generations of kids that haven't had any kind of contact with that game that need contact with that game. But that's a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, I think that's most of what came out of Gamescom. I can't think of anything
All right,
super
back.
different.
So, anyways, you know that first article you sent me, Brian, from the Fortune site?
Yeah.
So, we literally only talked about one game on these 5. And the fact that this site believes that these are the 5 games to watch
I know. Well, I mean, it's Fortune.com. They're not looking at it as gamers. They're looking at it as businesses.
I can see that, but
Call of Duty Advanced
like,
Warfare.
like Assassin's Creed Rogue, I didn't even know this was coming, and I don't know why it's coming because then we just get 4.
Oh no, I'd like to talk about that.
Rogue
I think
is the last gen version of Assassin's Creed that they're releasing
and you know
alongside.
what's weird is I'm actually looking. I think Rogue is far more interesting as a game than Unity is personally.
What's Rogue exactly?
Rogue, you play as a former assassin turned Templar, and you have to kill the assassins.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, but I'm
So you
just
start
wondering.
you start the game as an assassin, as like you just get inducted into the assassins, and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to do stuff. But then you start seeing some of the shady shit that the assassins are doing, and this guy's like, I don't like any of this. I gotta go join the Templars because this is really shady. So he joins the Templars and is out to go kill assassins.
That's cool, but
Yeah.
why is it pre-gen?
I don't know. That's
Because France, bro.
yeah. I think the thing with Unity is the fact that it uses this whole multiplayer thing and a lot of this real world stuff, and it needs the power of the next gen consoles for more crowds because it uses a lot of crowd stuff.
No, but
Gotcha, man.
why don't they just make both games for next gen?
I don't know. They got 2 separate teams working on the games. Maybe they'd been working on Rogue for several years now for the last gen.
Is it both Ubisoft or?
They're both
Yeah.
Ubisoft. They're both Assassin's Creed games.
Okay. I'm watching the trailer for Rogue. Let's see how it is. I mean, I really liked the theme of 4 because I like pirates, but
Rogue is more of that. It takes place in more the north.
I'm seeing pirates right now. It's just that those games are kind of hard for me to play because they're just so long. And if I purchase a game, I know I'm going to be missing out on a lot of the gameplay. Like when I got Arkham City for PSN Plus, I just went through the story, done. I'm done playing the game. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story, but I only got about, 10 hours or so of gameplay. I didn't want to spend, I would never spend money on that kind of thing. And I feel the kind of way like Assassin's Creed, like, I want to play the game, but I just want to beat it. I don't want to play all the extra stuff.
I think you'd be able to do that with 4, but there's a lot of stuff in 4 that's really fun to just mess around with.
Yeah. I mean,
You'd be missing a fair amount of it.
If it's fun enough, like Tomb Raider was. Like Tomb Raider, I did all the side stuff because I just got really into that game.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think Rogue, from what I've seen so far, sounds like a relatively more linear experience. Like it's not going for all the extras that they tried to do with some Assassin's Creed games for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Unity is probably more along those lines, where it's got a lot of stuff to do, and Unity's fact that it's so multiplayer centric is also interesting and odd, something we haven't seen.
Well, the fact that
Assassin's
you're
Creed.
saying that the story of Rogue sounds like it's breaking the mold, so I might actually be interested in checking it out.
I like Rogue's story. I honestly, from what I know of Unity's story so far, I don't care. I don't like the French Revolution as a time period very much. It doesn't fascinate me in the way that like the Age of Piracy or the American Revolution did.
I want to hear people sing, Brian.
God, don't.
You're not gonna get that, Mike. Okay, let's see.
It's
A song of angry
Unity
men.
takes place a little bit before Les Miserables did, because Les Miserables took place after the French Revolution, and they tried to revolve again, and then didn't.
I'm gonna check out the trailer for this Life is Strange game.
Oh yeah, that's the one that's by the Remember Me people.
Don't Nod Entertainment. Life is Strange was one of those interesting games at Gamescom. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
It is, from what I understand, it is a lot different than Remember Me. It's a lot more story and a lot less gameplay. From what I've heard of it, I don't know a whole lot about it. I've only seen like cursory stuff on it.
I guess I'm stuck on YouTube for this. Oh god, it's people. I don't want people. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to rehash shit I've said before, but I did like Remember Me. In the end, I liked it. So
Yeah.
I got my eye on this developer, I guess.
That's fair. It's just not the kind of game I would really want to go out of my way to play.
The question is it a game that I'll pay $60 for? That's the question right
I don't know.
And it's, I mean, Remember Me, probably
I wouldn't
not.
pay $60 for Remember Me.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't either. I'd pay like
Pay 30.
30 or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucked.
And then they have this new Infamous game too.
It's a DLC for Second Son.
Oh right, never
But
mind.
it's got a new character.
Okay, can I say something? I do not like the name Chloe.
I don't
Really?
either.
And
I don't
this
like how it
bitch's
looks like
name is Chloe.
I don't like how she looks like a fucking hipster. That's what I don't like.
Yeah. That's-
Sponsor, you want your get off your lawn, huh, Brian?
Yeah, goddamn hipsters, get off my lawn. Get out of Seattle. Bring Seattle back to, like, sailors. Portland and Seattle can both go back to sailors. I'd rather hipsters just go away.
Oh, okay. Another quick aside. So this game, and fucking Remember Me use the Unreal 3 engine. Now we just saw a live demo of the Unreal 4 engine. When are we gonna get?
Boy, that shit looked real good.
When are we gonna get Unreal 4 games? Please do it now.
I think whatever Epic's game is gonna come out, that's their Unreal 4.
Oh.
Was it Deep Down on Unreal 4?
I'm
The
not...
game that they kind of first announced for PlayStation 4 and then never mentioned anything about again?
I think it'll come out next year. I think it is anyway.
I remember seeing the release trailer for it and then not hearing anything about it, like, anywhere at any point, except for the fact that I think they're still working on it.
I would hope so. I mean, it was announced at E3, right?
No, it was first announced during when they announced the PS4.
Was it?
Yeah,
This Chloe
PS4
character
person.
doesn't look nearly as badass as the protagonist. Remember Me? It
who?
was uber badass.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I want to go into another game. I've already seen enough. Next game. Quantum Break. Already seen it. Scream Ride. Don't care.
It's like
And-
Roller Coaster Tycoon, but not.
Oh, here's the last one. Until Dawn. Let's check it out. Gamescom.
I don't know that
Until
one.
Dawn.
What was that one?
Don't know.
I don't think I heard anything about Until Dawn. Unless I did and I just knew it by something else.
Here we go. Gamescom 2014 announcement trailer. Let's jack that up to 720p. Turn off annotations.
But now that Gamescom was over and like the announcements that were made there were, I mean, they were, except with the exception of Silent Hills, which was incredible. The announcements were mostly just okay. I think that Tokyo Game Show is going to be goddamn incredible.
You thinking The Last Guardian?
I'm hoping The Last Guardian. I'm thinking Final Fantasy.
I doubt it.
Like I said, I'm hoping Last Guardian. I doubt it, but we're definitely going to be seeing Final Fantasy 15. We're definitely going to be seeing Kingdom Hearts 3, and those are the two games that I want to see more of.
Persona 5?
Hopefully, oh
Oh.
god, if they showed Persona 5, I'd lose my shit.
Dude, holy shit! This game is like, what the fuck? It's like
What is it?
It's like survival, like. Well, okay. Are you watching the trailer at all?
No.
Like you're like this dude and guy, and people are trying to kill you. And you don't know why. And, like you're running away, and some. Holy shit! What is this game? It looks like a movie. It doesn't look like a game. Like it's them running away from other people who are trying to kill them, and like the people like have like masks on and shit, and then they're like touching a
Is
Ouija
it-
board.
Is it The Purge?
It's the Purge. It's the Purge in a snowy mountain. But no, okay.
Far Cry 4, The Purge?
Here's the thing, Brian. So right now, I'm like fuck PS4, right?
Yeah.
But that's probably because E3 and Gamescom are like European American, you know, things, and
Yeah.
we like Xbox. Tokyo Game Show might break everything, you know.
It might. At this point, I don't see them announcing. I mean, they could surprise us, but I mean, the games that I would expect to go on PS3 or PS4, like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 15, have already been announced for Xbox. So I don't really see what they would do that would super break the mold. Like, what are they gonna do? Announce another goddamn Hyperdimension Neptunia game? No,
Yes.
thank you.
No, guys, Monster Hunter.
Oh,
That's already on Nintendo now, so
What if they put like the brand new hypest, hottest Monster Hunter, the next big thing on PS4?
Sony, if they announce Monster Hunter for PS4, good on Sony for finally taking initiative back from Nintendo. But Nintendo kind of has a balls hold on Monster Hunter as it stands. Because, I mean, Monster Hunter 4 is coming out for 3DS. Monster Hunter something else is coming out on Wii U.
Monster Hunter Quad.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Quad, great. Yeah, cool.
I'll probably
No,
getting...
the game actually that I'm looking for at not at Gamescom, at TGS is one from Square Enix. It's along the lines of Final Fantasy. It's called Final Fantasy Explorers. And the idea is that they're bringing a kind of Monster Hunter style game into the Final Fantasy universe where you pick like a class, like mage classes or like ninja warrior, the classes from Final Fantasy.
Oh, I get to go Ninja Warrior tournament?
Well, it sounds to me like that means they're trying to take like FF14 and turn it into an action adventure game. If that's
they
true.
kind of are on like 3DS, yeah.
But I mean that's a smart move if so, just because of how popular Monster Hunter is. If they can grasp onto that type of game, because Soul Sacrifice, I don't think
very
had...
careful in the announcement of Final Fantasy Explorers to not mention Monster Hunter. They really were.
Right. But Soul Sacrifice didn't quite do the job that I think they were aiming for, so they might be trying again with Final Fantasy.
Soul Sacrifice wasn't Square Enix though, or
No,
Nintendo.
it's not. But it's a Sony game.
Yeah, it was.
You're talking about...
It was Japan studio, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you're saying that this Final Fantasy Explorers would be a Sony game.
No, I'm saying it's going to be a Nintendo game. It's coming out on 3DS.
Oh, well, shit. Sony, please. Sony, your country is Japan. You need to win the Japanese hearts.
Look, Ruben, that's another thing I want to talk about. How, respectively, at Sony's and Microsoft's press conferences, they screwed over everybody with a Kinect and with a Vita. They didn't mention a You know what's funny? Vita lost an exclusive in that press conference.
Really? Which one?
Tearaway's coming to PS4 now. The Vita lost an exclusive in that press conference and got.
And I was gonna buy Tearaway. I was
which
buying a
game?
Vita actually.
Which game?
What?
I was gonna buy Tearaway if I was gonna buy a Vita.
Tearaway.
Tearaway.
Teraway. So, like, Sony doesn't give a flying fuck about the Vita at this point. It might as well be a dead system because they've got no big announcements on their horizon. Especially when they announced Final Fantasy Agito, whatever they renamed it, Typo, Final Fantasy Typo. They had a prime opportunity to release that game on Vita, but instead they opted to do an HD on PS3 instead,
okay.
And that pissed a lot of Vita owners off.
This Tearaway thing is 2 years old.
It is, and they're releasing it on PS4 now because fuck you, to Vita fans.
Is it already out?
Yeah, it's been out.
It's been out on Vita for a long time. It's coming out on PS4 now because I don't know why.
All right, so the trailer goes from the creators of Little Big Planet. I'm going to close the tab. All right. Anyways, I don't care. All I want from TGS for Vita this year is some more info on Gravity Rush 2.
That would be nice. I'd like to see that.
Well,
I don't know if we'll see it, but it'd be nice to see it.
I don't know. Hopefully they give me more reason to get a PS4. Right now it seems kind of slim.
All I know is that right now the Vita is basically acting as a glorified Wii U tablet for PS4, and that's really all.
Well, I still have like 5 games on it I need to beat, which I never will, so...
Sony is making absolutely no steps to announce new Vita games for Vita.
The thing is, though, it's like, if they were really abandoning the Vita, then why would they bother bringing Vita TV to America?
They're not calling it Vita TV. They're calling it PlayStation TV.
Now.
It's more for PlayStation Now, yeah.
Now, what you need to do is you need to skin that with Doge, and they call it PlayStation Wow.
I'd buy one.
Oh, okay.
But it really...
And then they could say, hey, kid, you want to buy some WoW?
Hey, kid, you want to buy some WoW?
That'd be pretty good.
I like my Vita. I think it's an incredible console. It's just Sony refuses to do anything with it. They supported it for like the first year it came out and then gave us nothing.
I don't even know why. I don't know. I love the console too.
It's the same thing that happened with the PSP, kinda, except they even supported the PSP a little bit more. But with the Vita, like, especially hearing what they did at Gamescom, where nothing, like, they did an entire PlayStation press conference and didn't mention the Vita once. And it was the same thing at E3 this year. But I mean, on the other side of the coin, it was the same way with Microsoft. They got like cursory glances at E3 with the new Dance Central, but at Gamescom there was nothing for Kinect at all. Like they just pretended it didn't exist, basically. So,
Well, I don't know. Yeah. The Kinect doesn't seem that important. It really, I mean,
it's just odd.
besides dancing, what else are you going to use it for?
It's just odd considering they had such a big push.
Xbox, turn on.
Was like they incorporated voice commands into pretty much everything involving the Kinect in the Xbox One. Like as somebody that has an Xbox One with the Kinect, you're able to do pretty much anything you want by voice commands using that Kinect.
Speaking of Xbox One, you remember Halo 4 release date? It doesn't matter when it is. What I'm trying to tell you is, I bought Halo 4 from the Microsoft Store, and they gave me a gift card, and I have not used it yet. I'm going to put that toward the Xbox One.
Oh boy.
I'm excited.
How much is on there?
I think it's like $20 or something.
Oh, perfect.
It'll cover part of the tax.
Your Xbox One will cost you exactly $380. Congratulations.
No, because tax, dude. It'll cost more than $400.
$400. Congratulations.
Yeah. Anyways, so I mean that's exciting and all. What are your thoughts on gaming at the moment, Brian? Like just as a whole, are you excited for the future, or are you like, I'm waiting for something big to show up?
There's enough stuff, especially coming out this year, that I'm excited for the future. But the thing is, a lot of the stuff I'm looking at is not the stuff that a lot of other people are looking forward to. Like, just even looking at next month, there's like 4 games I want to buy, but like, one of them is the one that my brother got me for my birthday, Hyrule Warriors. And then there's Persona, and then there's kind of Destiny. Destiny isn't even the game I'm looking forward to most. I'm looking forward to Hyrule Warriors and Persona 4 Arena far more than I'm looking forward to Destiny.
Have you considered just not getting Destiny? Like
I have.
Will
I have considered just not getting Destiny. I mean, look, Destiny is going to come out the day before GameStop Expo. By the way, I'm going to be at GameStop Expo. But Destiny's coming out the day before I go to GameStop Expo, and then after at GameStop Expo, I'm going to spend a week and a half in Europe, so I'm not even going to have the opportunity to play it anyway. And by the time I get back from Europe, I'm going to have Hyrule Warriors and Persona 4 Arena anyway. So yeah, you're right. I'm considering just not even bothering with Destiny at this point.
I think that when it's kind of one of those online games that the game is designed kind of like an MMO, and it wants you to put a lot of time into it. It's a game that you pick up and you make it part of your life for a while. Yeah. And with so many games surrounding you, and the fact that you're not planning on putting that kind of time into it, it doesn't seem like worth the money.
No, it doesn't. And that's what, especially because I wouldn't even be getting into the game until so long after it's already been released, just because I'm going to be spending so much time not near a video game console.
Right.
And by the time I get back, it's like, all right, well, Theatrhythm Final Fantasy will have come out. All right, I got my pre-order down on that already. Persona 4 Arena will be out. Okay, I'll have Hyrule Warriors. All right, and then like the month after that is
stuff.
Yeah, it's just there's so many games coming out at this point that Destiny is just not super high on my list of games I need to get.
Yeah, I remember.
But I am looking. There's a lot of good stuff coming out this year. And it's stuff that I really want to get, like Kingdom Hearts 2 HD. Looking forward to that a lot. We already went over this in our other podcast, Mike and I, so...
I think...
Even with all the games that got delayed into next year, there's still a lot of games that I'm really looking forward to. And then, like, even looking farther on... Oh, Smash! Smash is coming out next month.
Oh, yeah, Smash. Is it next month? I thought it was November.
It might be November. I don't know. I'm losing track of time.
Let's see here. Smash 4 release...
But like, there's so many games coming out this year, and then even going into next year, the new Legend of Zelda, from what we've seen of it so far, is looking pretty good, and what they've described.
It's October 3rd, by the way.
What, Smash?
Yeah, October 3rd.
Oh God, that's sooner than I thought it would be. Oh fuck.
Well, no, it's over a month away.
It's too soon, man.
Okay.
It's too soon.
My theory on just gaming as a whole, I don't know. Now that we've had the reveal of the power of Unreal 4, and I mean, here's something that gaming has essentially strived to do since the inception of 3D technology. So, pre-2000, is just to get as close to real life as possible. Because
Yeah.
once you get to a graphical quality of real life, you actually can't get any better.
It's true.
You can't. So at
Yeah,
that
once you reach
point,
that threshold.
we're gonna get a surge of these games, and probably another generation of console that can handle, like the Unreal 4 engine or whatever comes after that. We're gonna have games that use it, and then we're just gonna be stuck in a rut where it's like, so we just need to think of new ideas that look pretty.
We're already past that, Ruben. It's called virtual reality.
Right, and then that's what I was gonna get to next is the thing.
We've
headset.
got 2 virtual reality
The
headsets like on the
fucking-
horizon, like within the next year or 2.
Oh my god, what's it called? The Rift.
Oculus Rift,
Oculus Rift, thank you.
Rift, and Project Morpheus, which is Sony's.
So that's where we're gonna go next, and then we're going to basically get into the world of Sword Art Online, where our headsets can tap into our nervous system, and they're gonna make so many fucking dating sims. It's not even gonna be funny.
I showed you that. I put that picture up in Mason Nailbat Blowouts, right, where it had like the Tenga robot
Yeah.
machine and
Yeah.
the Oculus Rift and the like Hatsune Miku game. That's where we're headed in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's the future of virtual technology. Is people playing visual novels.
And then there will be a lot more women in the world without boyfriends.
You haven't read any of my fiction. What am I talking about? Nobody has. The stories I wrote. I wrote a story that was kind of like that,
I mean,
but without the fapping. No fapping.
I,
It was about it was about a virtual reality maid cafe, but whatever.
Oh my god. I don't know, but I think in our generation, our lifetime, we're gonna hit a wall in gaming, and it might be within the next 10, 15 years. So
I think the wall that we reach is literally dependent on how far we're able to go with virtual reality.
yeah,
Because if we're able to get to a point of full immersion, then I think that would be the literal end point. When you're able to recreate reality into a point where it feels real, I think that's the end point. If we're able to reach a point where on a screen we're able to make something that looks real and have it be a game, that's a pinnacle for that particular point. And then virtual reality, even at a cursory level like what we have now, is probably along that same level until they're probably able to replicate that kind of realism in virtual reality. And then when we're able to connect into like incorporating feeling into that as well, and smells and immersion.
And that's the thing. I mean, writers have had that idea. You know, everyone's had that idea for years. You got the dot hack, the log horizon, the SAO, and that is the end game. You get to that point, and you are now living in the game. Which, when that happens, it's not going to go as nicely as it's portrayed in these games. There's going to be some serious problems with people saying "fuck life," and I think it's going to create social issues, and game companies aren't going to give a single shit.
That's going to be, well, that's way out in the future because it's going to be very cost prohibitive in the beginning. I don't know. Have you ever heard of a series of books called the Pendragon books?
Yes, I've heard of it.
I've read all of them. I think they're fantastic. One of them in particular, I think it was the 4th or 5th one. It had a one called The Reality Bug, and he got jumped into this world essentially where you were able to exist in all these different worlds at once. And the idea was he was able to do all of this stuff and go across all these places. And this person had a thing called the Reality Bug, where he made this like fantasy world seem more real to people. But at the end of the book, he found out that it was actually like he woke up from this thing, and it ended up being this dystopian society where everybody was just connected to these game machines 24/7 because the reality inside the game was so much better than the reality in the outside world.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a very far in the future type thing. But that brings up an entirely different philosophical thing. Like, if we're able to keep ourselves alive and this virtual world is so much better than the real world in the first place, then why wouldn't we do that, I guess, would be the question.
And it's I mean, like you said, it can turn into a long philosophical discussion, but if look at us right now. Or okay, no, sorry. Let's go back a bit. Let's go look about 1995, going into the new millennium, and how life was then. It what you relied on back then, and now what we rely on now. Everyone's hooked into social media. Everyone relies on their fucking phone like it's their third arm or whatever.
Yeah.
There's just so much reliance on technology. When we hit that virtual reality in, X decades from now, people are going to become dependent on that. We're no longer going to go to work in the real world. We're going to go work in virtual reality. And our body's just going to rot away in the real world because we completely forget we're hooked into a machine. Until one day our bodies die and they're like, oh shit, he died playing Work 2.0 on Tuesday. So, I don't know. It's
a very interesting philosophical conundrum, but it's one that we don't have to worry about until hundreds of years down the line, I don't think.
I don't think it's 100 years out, dude. We have Oculus
until we reach a point where that kind of technology would be readily available to everyone, and to a point where it would be feasible for us to be connected 24/7. I think we're a ways out.
Well, okay, no. I'm just saying, even if it's feasible for us to have some sort of technology that allows us to recreate reality, sensory reality in a virtual world, that's one thing. For us actually being addicted to it and fucking ourselves over, that's another thing.
Yeah.
I don't think, the SAO type shit is actually that far out. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it in our lifetimes.
I can agree to that. We might see that type of thing in our lifetime. Once we get to that point. If we're already achieving consumer level VR, albeit imperfect at this point, down the line several years, I'm sure we'll have the technology to at least have perfect virtual reality, if not connecting to sensory stuff.
Yeah, and at first it might just be something as simple as, hooking up some things to your hands. I don't know. And then eventually it'll just hook through your brain, but it's I don't know.
It's really complicated. It would be really complicated to get that to work in a safe way.
Oh,
but
for
I
sure.
mean,
there would be so many, health issues and damage to nervous systems and stuff. It wouldn't be easy. But I do think it's feasible, and I don't think it's that far. I don't think it's hundreds of years out, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But there will be a wall once we hit realism.
Yeah, that got real heavy. That was an interesting conversation. I enjoyed that. But I think we're done talking about Gamescom now.
Is Mike still there?
What?
Hey, Mike.
Okay, yeah, he's around. So, Mike, what does Neogaf have to say to us with love?
Neogaf has a lot to say, none of it with love. Let me see what we got here. Neogaf. Worst Neogaf post, so the best Twitter on Twitter. I foraged through their treasures and come up with a few good things. Let's start off with Tomb Raider, guys, since it's a big thing.
Okay.
This Neogaffer says, I welcome competition, even when it's via shady tactics that hurt consumers. Where was this outrage when Bayonetta switched platforms? Well, the outrage was there. You just forgot it was there.
Oh, I raged. Go on.
Yes, same rage, actually.
I don't know. I didn't rage. I thought it was funny.
I kind of raged a little bit.
It's like if they had switched from, let's say, Xbox to PlayStation, I don't care. But I don't want to buy a Wii U. So that's just that.
Yep. On that topic, regards to Tomb Raider, one Neogaffer said, it will help feel Xbone owners to temporarily feel good for owning the console.
Oh, yeah, okay. Tomb Raider is going to be the game that's going to make me feel good about owning a console.
No, it will help you feel good.
It'll help me feel good.
Yeah, dude, help feel good.
On a different note, in regards to console wars, because those still exist.
Oh, of course they do. They're never going to stop.
Anyone extremely pleased with what the Xbox One or PS4 has had to offer so far is either lying to themselves or does not own a proper gaming PC and or has ignored what the PC has to offer.
Great.
The bane of the internet is here.
Great.
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race.
For the record, anybody listening to this, if you want a way to get yourself banned from my Facebook, you say PC Master Race anything, I give you one warning, then I start deleting all of your comments. That is the one rule of commenting on Brian's Facebook.
I'm gonna test that there. I mean, okay, another one. Tomb Raider. Neogaf said, "Are you retarded? It's obvious they paid you, tit. Emphasis should have been on so much, considering how badly Tomb Raider sold on Xbox compared to PS4." Now, I fucking hate he threw that part in there. Like the definitive edition means anything.
Yeah, right. The definitive edition was a joke in the first place, to be fair.
It really was. Oh, you mean the PC version? Yeah, sure, go ahead. That's all it was. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
On PS4 being heavily focused at TGS, this coming TGS. Sweet. I can't wait for Project Morpheus tentacle porn with vomit eating and blurred vaginas.
Wow, what was that third one?
Tentacle porn with vomit eating and blurred vaginas.
Yeah, I need to focus. I mean, I don't want to focus on that second thing you said, but what the fuck is he playing / watching that includes that he might enjoy?
I don't know.
Clearly, he's listing off his 3 most favorite types of pleasure videos.
One of those is true.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Again, the graphs of Tomb Raider. You mean to tell me Sony fans actually enjoyed that shoddy pseudo-pornographic Uncharted clone? Play Uncharted 4 and pretend Nathan has boobs.
I'll be right back.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, Tomb Raider took a lot after Uncharted.
It did.
It's really funny when you think about it. Considering Uncharted took after Tomb Raider, but
it really did.
It's
did
a
lot.
cycle. Yeah. I mean, he kind of has merit, but in a really fucking shitty kind of way. Considering Uncharted was based off Tomb Raider.
Fuck that guy. Go on.
Okay. Like I said, he has merit in a really shitty kind of way, in the regard that Tomb Raider plays a fucking lot like Uncharted. Like, a lot like it.
They're very similar games.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So he has a point, but he's just being a dick about it.
I just want to know what he means by a pornographic version.
Well, think about if you were playing Tomb Raider and then turned around and listened to it instead.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Who are these people?
People on the internet.
You can get that from like any game with a female protagonist that gets hit by things.
Or anime about female protagonists wrestling.
Like, you could...
Oh, God, no.
Jesus Christ, God. Like, you could pick Chun-Li in Street Fighter, like, close your eyes and just push buttons and hear her scream and get the same goddamn... Like, oh, I hate people.
Now, to break up all this, I just want to read a few sentences from my second favorite Twitter on Twitter that's titled "Don't Read Comments." Let's remind ourselves ever to read comments.
I'll be right back. I gotta go reset my router real quick.
Ruben.
Okay.
Back in the day, we called comments "litter to the editor." Someone would read them, pick the best one, and publish them. Many were still bad.
Right.
Another one: don't do it. Don't give in. There are people who love you. Don't throw your life away by reading internet comments. Or treat every news article you read like a celebrity embroidered in a scandal. No comment, no comment, no comment. And finally, comments aren't the seeds of wondrous ideas, they are the weeds. Seriously, don't read the comments, trust me on this one.
Right.
So, yeah, there's that. Should I keep going? Wait for Brian to come back.
Well, he didn't disconnect, so I'm curious what the heck he's actually doing.
Resetting his router.
Which would... Okay, there, he would disconnected. I don't even know.
Let's talk about... You're the one... You freaking a forum.
Okay.
Of people you kind of know, right?
Alright, go on, okay. Go on.
I want to get to the head of someone who goes to a forum.
Sure.
Why post on a forum? Like, ever.
Well, okay. Like I said, okay. I post on 2 forums, but they are mainly of people I know and or attempting to build a community around a certain purpose. I don't really... Our co-writer, Matt, is the one that somehow actively enjoys, or I don't know if he enjoys it or why he puts himself through it, going to anime forums and attempting to make sense of people there.
Yeah, that's a no-win situation.
But God, no, I won't do that shit. The only reason I ever go to a forum, like for anime or games or whatever, is just to learn something about the game that I couldn't figure out by watching or playing it. Like, oh, did I miss something? Let's go to the forum and see if they're talking about this. And you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, never mind. I went to a fucking abortion clinic, or sometimes it helps. I don't know.
I used to frequent Yahooligans chat, which Yahooligans was like their like preteen to teen gaming center, and chat there. And I only did that because I didn't have many friends.
Was that one of those chats where if you type in like LMAO, they're like, oh, you're gonna get a warning because you typed in ass and an A?
No. It was one of those chats where the most frequent thing I saw was ASL.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, that's because I didn't have many friends.
Was everyone trying to play like Yahoo Pool at the same time?
Sometimes it was that. Well, that's just full of like just bots. That's full of, hey, come and check out my hot cam. Right. That's all Yahoo fucking Pool chat is full of. There's a bunch of different dumb games that I played.
To be fair, Yahoo Pool got me through my biology class. No, dude, college. My biology class in college. I was so bored during.
It got me through high school lunch. Because we always just go to the fucking computer center during lunch.
Oh. I played a lot of tennis during lunch.
I played a lot of Yahoo Pool my first 2 years. Then 1.5 year was a lot of Mario Kart DS. But then we could then go off campus for lunch. We just went to McDonald's all the time.
Alright, Brian's back.
I'm back.
Alright.
Brian.
Continue.
I got a banana.
When was the last time you went on a forum?
Went on a forum?
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's
been like a long time.
I was in Ruben. I used to frequent the Yahooligans gaming chat.
Were there a lot of pedophiles on there?
I was asked ASL a lot.
Well, that's either a lot of pedophiles or a lot of other guys.
And I only did that because I didn't have many friends.
Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukanai?
Yeah. And I wanted that kind of human interaction, which I wonder if that's for some of them that's actually the case. I'm sure it is some of them the case, but
I like how you said like or guys, like guys who clearly knew that everyone else was a guy.
Yeah.
Like Ruben was talking about like Yahoo Pool chat, that's just full of cams now. That's full of bots.
By the way, you talking about forums made me remember this website. www.forumwars.com. And either of you go there before?
Nope.
No.
It's like Kingdom of Loathing, or like a class-based game where you pick a class and you act as somebody that's on a forum. And then it's like an RPG where you have to build up your E-peen on a forum by doing stuff on the forums.
Huh. Well, why do people care about what people on the internet think of their opinions so much?
Okay, let's put that question off to the next cast, and I want you to ask Matt that question.
Okay, all right. So we have 2 more to go, 3 more to go. In regards to Battlefield Hardline taking pot shots at the Tea Party movement by banned user, this just proves to me that you need to educate yourself. By the way, I have a bachelor's, minor, and more IT certifications than almost anyone out there. ... I have plenty of education. They were also talking about like liberals and shit, and I got really bad. So
I don't. Okay. Is there any context behind why they're saying hardline taking pot shots at Republicans?
I will go find it. Talk amongst yourselves.
So, Brian, how's life?
Oh, man. Life is okay. Life is good.
Alright, good story.
All right, so is that all you got for
No, I have two more.
two
He's
more?
looking
But
up
I
something.
do want to look into this hole.
All right, so
Dang.
Forum Wars. I remember playing this game like way back in the day. And it literally is like you troll different forums, like a Super Republican forum or like an anime forum or a video game forum. And you can play like a hacker where you just hack the forum to piss people off, or you could play a troll where you just piss people off that way, or a cam whore. And you play these different classes just to piss people off in a forum. And it's like an RPG where you have to build up your e-peen, your e-penis.
Mhm.
And that's how it ranked you in the game, was how big your e-peen was. And I found like that game is hilarious. And I'd completely forgotten about it until the other day, but I couldn't remember what it was called. And then you mentioned forums. I'm like, oh, Forum Wars.
Okay, so
Well.
I found the thing, and now it makes sense.
All right.
Have either of you guys seen the like 10-minute single player playthrough of Battlefield Hardline?
Yeah.
No.
You remember how they got captured by that guy because like they're Mexican and they were black?
Yeah.
And like how the game kind of says, "Hey yo, fuck these guys."
Yeah.
That.
I'm
Which I don't think
curious-
is really taking pot shots at Tea Party, saying Tea Party is full of racist white assholes, which it is. But apart from that,
That's funny.
I'm curious what they're gonna do about Battlefield Hardline, considering what's going on over in St. Louis right now.
Ugh!
I don't want to.
No, hold on. We're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. We don't have time to talk about Missouri.
No.
But I
Except,
want.
hey, shit's all fucked up.
Let's.
I mean,
say
it's
that,
super fucked up, but that is some very risky territory for Battlefield Hardline right now.
Chalk
And
that
that
down.
led to a 10-page forum thread.
Yeah, Brian, chalk that down on the cast notes for next cast. Or, sorry, show notes for next cast.
Okay. I think we could probably do just like a 10-minute special, like a Dateline special
I really
edition.
don't want to.
I kind of do.
I don't want to do that because that's getting critical real in a way I don't want to do.
Well, actually, okay, hold on. Get into that, and we have to talk more about ALS because that shit is exploding
God,
all over me.
Oh,
I
man.
hate it.
Oh my god.
We mentioned that offhand in the last podcast, and
We
since
did.
then,
It's been like when Mike mentioned it, I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And the last 3 days, I'm like, "Shut up, everyone! Fuck God, stop!"
you know what's even worse is in the state of California right now, we're legally not able to do the ALS Ice
I
Challenge.
saw that a bunch of people are fined for wasting
Yeah,
water.
people are actually getting fined for wasting water because we're in a drought right now, like a
Oh, of
real,
course.
honest to God, state of emergency drought.
Yeah.
Now, quick aside, do you know who did the ALS challenge the best?
Who?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen did do it.
Oh,
best.
with the money or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
gave it all to charity. Instead of fucking dumping fucking ice water. Just
All right.
fucking
Anyways, that's next cast.
Yeah.
ALS in Missouri next cast. Go on.
Alright.
second to
yeah.
last NeoGaf thing. On how to stop liking a girl. The girl you love, you want to stop liking her. This NeoGaffer says, picture her shitting in your mouth.
That would do it. He's right. I'm not gonna call him a liar.
No, he's not wrong.
Uh,
Like you're that kind of thing. But finally, our piece of resistance from banned user from NeoGaf with love.
Yeah.
Which was worse, the Xbox One reveal or the Ebola outbreak?
Oh, come on. Although, he's not wrong.
This guy
Fuck up.
could be a great comedian,
Look.
but if he's actually trying to be for real, he needs to go jump off.
I just want to note that thread got 4 posts deep before he got banned.
Look, the Xbox One reveal was really bad, but Ebola's scary.
I fucking read the hot zone. That shit's terrifying.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Xbox One reveal where they use all the buzzwords about sports and TV?
Yeah, that one. Also the
Okay.
one where they revealed that the Xbox had to always be online.
Well, Microsoft has.
I don't think it really killed anyone, so. No.
You're
that-
right, it didn't.
Was that also the one back when you couldn't trade games back in?
Right.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Was that back when the Xbox One was basically a Steam console?
Yeah.
Except worse.
Well, it's what they were working
Neogaf
for.
is still pretty fucked up.
That's funny. Didn't you say Steam was trying to make a console, or is that just part of my imagination?
They are, but it's not them. It's various people using Steam's API to make a console.
Yeah.
You know, okay, here's the thing, is all Steam requires is a fucking computer. So it's like, all they have to do is fit a computer in a box and somehow...
That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
And make it so all these games are compatible with a controller, and then you're done.
Yeah, that's literally it. You got it.
Also...
That's what the Steam box is.
Yeah. Also, wasn't Microsoft, like a few years ago or whatever, looking into the handheld market?
I don't know about that, and I doubt they're going to start now, because Sony sure fucked it up, and Nintendo's kind of got it by the balls.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they don't. Let's put it that way.
They would not.
I wonder if I should unfollow this ASU West otaku group now that it's dead and there's no more fun in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I find that a little bit funny. Like,
apparently the president just said she will not be back due to some red tape. So I'm guessing some kind of financial aid. So, that club's dead.
I think somebody actually did say that they didn't re-register, so that club is literally dead.
Let me go find that post. It was not too long ago. I found it. You told me about this.
I did.
I mean,
like that club, from what I saw of it, was real weeaboo.
I wish you would have gone.
I wish too, actually. That sounds like it would have been a fun time.
Yeah.
I should have just gone to that club in full cosplay and just used like the most Japanese words I could think of.
You know how they say never regret? I regret that.
You know, I could have just been like, revolutionary girl Yutina? Boy, that animu was so kawaii, Desune.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. All right.
Eduardo-chan from Full Metal Alchemist is my waifu.
Eduardo.
Okay. So I found it.
Eduardo-chan.
They said I'm pretty sure it's gone. We never elected new officers, and we're past renewal date.
Great.
Yeah.
So where's the leave group button?
Pour one out.
Leave group.
ASU West Otaku.
Leave group. To rent them for adding me, check that.
Brian,
leave group.
Brian, when you come down, we'll have a toast and a shot for ASU West Otaku.
We'll go ahead and pour one out.
Pour one out. All right. Last segment. Yahoo Answers.
Yahoo Answers, and boy, do I have a couple for you guys.
All right.
Let's start it off real good with from Yahoo Answers. From Yahoo Answers user. Okay, by the way, all respect for this goes to my brother, and me. Best podcast ever. Give that a listen. And I'm finding a lot of... What?
Second best.
It's better than Giant Bombcast.
No,
If that's what you're playing.
No, it's not.
Anyway, and a lot of these I'm getting from one at the yahooanswers.tumblr.com. Yahoo Answers user just love, asks, "Puppy keeps trying to eat me out. Help?" So I've adopted a puppy from the local shelter, but every time I try to masturbate, it noses near my 5 stars and tries to lick. I've locked her out of the room, but now I feel even more guilty as I've always hear her whining and scratching the door. What should I do, as she has a bad past, so it makes me feel like a horrible person? I've been reading about this, and by the seams of it, it occurs quite often, and apparently dogs' tongues are cleaner than a human's, so if my husband can eat I know it's sick, but I've heard it feels really good. So if I did let happy, I'm in 2 frames of mind. Please help. No hate, because so far...
Have you ever seen teeth?
What?
You ever seen teeth?
Can I just say that it just finished with her calling it her wet honey pot? So...
Okay, so first of all, my response is don't adopt your boyfriend from a fucking kennel, alright?
Yeah, that's also like, I mean, if he's spayed or neutered, that's very important.
That is incredibly important. You don't want your boyfriend...
always spay neuter your boyfriends.
Neuter.
That's a very terrifying prospect for me right now. So, that's a little too real for me.
But here's the thing: she should feed the dog when she's gonna masturbate.
Ooh.
So if the dog's feeding schedule say like 5 p.m., then plan to masturbate at 5 p.m.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. You make it so that it doesn't want to eat anything, including her, but at the same time, it could be a distraction thing, where if you're feeding the dog, then you go take care of your business, and the dog will be distracted
Well,
too.
just fucking close your door, do the business, and let the dog figure it out.
No,
and just
she
open the
said
door.
that. No, she said that. The
She's
dog
done that.
whines.
She's doing that. She feels bad.
Because the
fuck over
dog's
it.
whining and scratching the door.
Get the fuck
she
over it.
could put the dog all the way the fuck outside where it doesn't know what's going on.
Keep in mind also that she's saying here that a dog's tongue is cleaner than a human's, so
True
I
fact.
mean, if she lets her boyfriend do it,
Well,
should she let her dog?
I mean, if her dog
Would it make her a freak?
feels better than herself, then just let it happen. Right?
I
No,
mean,
I don't know.
I guess.
Would that make her a furry?
Here's
No, I think
that's another mental conundrum you gotta be ready to deal with if you're gonna enter this.
Does she have to get down with the yiffing
Yes.
after that?
What?
I don't think
Would that be
it's...
Wouldn't she let her dog yiff her?
No, because yiffing is the fucking the people who wear the shit like dry humping each other.
Is this one step above that or below that?
Okay, there's a word for having sex with animals. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Bestiality.
Bestiality, yeah.
Well, sure. Okay, I thought there was a different one besides that. But that's illegal? Now, is
In
what the
certain
dog
states.
doing considered that?
The dog would probably not have considered that. I don't think the dog's being very considerate right now. I think it's being a little bit rude.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing: the dog's in the friend zone right now. That's just how it is.
Definitely.
Has to get over
the
that.
girl has a boyfriend, and the dog feels bad. He's
The
just trying to
dog
get.
has to understand that she's not gonna fuck the dog, and just either be friends with her or leave.
There's one part of this question that I'm questioning a little bit that we haven't explored yet, and that's the fact that she has sources that she's heard from that it feels really good. So not only does that mean that she's questioning it, there are people out there that have first-hand experience at this.
I'm positive.
Well, Brian, let's think of all the single women in the world who have dogs as pets.
All single ladies.
I'm sure there are a few. There's probably a fucking website for single ladies who have pets that are keeping them company, and then there's a sub-forum for that forum talking about them and their partners in masturbation.
Okay, real talk.
It's called Penthouse Forum.
Jesus! God, shut up! What? No,
What?
Penthouse is... What?
Penthouse
isn't-
Forum is Playboy's I didn't think I was going to do this when we tell this story type thing.
Okay,
Okay.
real talk. Like, this is some dark shit right here.
Oh
Yeah.
god, please don't, Brian.
One time I went onto a part of Reddit that I wish I didn't go to,
Uh-huh.
and it definitely was all about this.
Oh.
And I exited out of that faster than you could ever believe.
What was the /r?
Our bestiality.
Oh.
And
Great.
there is a lot of this.
I thought it was a lot of girls getting fucked by horses.
Is that allowed on Reddit?
Apparently,
A lot of things are allowed on Reddit.
Okay.
but you know, that's some dark shit that nobody wants to remember. I don't want to remember it. I regret every second, all 2 seconds I spent on that. I regret.
So this Yahoo answer got really uncomfortable quickly. So let's move on to the next Yahoo answer.
All right. So next Yahoo answer comes from Yahoo Answers user Adam, who says, "My sister is mean to me, but today my sister ate her weight in chili, and I said, 'Hey Rosemary, that's a lot of chili you're eating.' And she said, 'Yeah, I know, I love it. This is my 5th bowl of chili.' And then I said, 'Don't eat too much of it or it will give you gas.' And she said, 'Shut up, you fuck.' But I could tell that she was just joking. I told her that I was going upstairs to watch TV, and she said, 'Okay, as long as it isn't porn.' She was joking again. And the next minute she shouted, 'Adam!' I ran downstairs. I asked her, 'What's wrong?' And she said, 'I have a tummy ache.' And then she grabbed my face and pulled down and jeans and farted on my face. 'Oopsie,' she said. And then she farted again and again and again. And then she ran to the toilet, and I followed her to see if she was okay. She started crapping, and it was really runny. It lasted for about 15 minutes, and then she said, my IBS is starting to kick in. Then she got up and said, the toilet's clogged. Your face is my toilet now. She planted her butt on my face and started crapping on my face as a joke, and I told her it was horrible. And then another 5 minutes later, she said, ah, and unloaded on my face again. Should I stop her from eating chili? And how am I going to stop her? Why does she use me as her toilet? Why does
Brian, why'd you choose this? God damn it! Why did you think that was a good idea to say? I almost want to cut it out, but that requires effort.
There's a number of questions raised by this particular Yahoo answer, I feel.
Yeah, the question
this
being,
has been
why
the
did you...
Thank you all for listening. We're not going to do this ever again, it seems like. This is the final farewell tour of Yahooligans.
I'm not going to let this stop. This Yahooligans needs an answer.
I don't even want to talk about... Like, I thought our previous discussion was bad. This is just... Oh my
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how to answer that.
I don't want to answer that.
I think that question kind of answered itself a little bit. Like, number one, don't let your sister eat chili ever again, because apparently that's bad.
Okay,
no, I mean, no,
this
Brian,
one's...
I'll answer this question for you once and for all.
Okay.
Jesus.
Jesus?
Jesus.
All right, let Jesus into your life. I'll let that one lie.
Let him take the wheel.
I wanted you all to share in that experience with me.
Like, at least some people make creative fake questions. That was just a really shitty fake question.
It was.
That kind of ruined my night a bit.
You're right, it was very shitty, Ruben.
Okay. This has been the critical...
I kind of want one of these.
Shut up,
Okay,
everyone.
well, here's a better one.
Please.
I mean, that's what it should be hard, Brian. Okay, go on.
Vagina-shaped fruit. Help?
Go on.
Right,
Does anyone know a fruit that looks like a vagina when the fruit is cut in half?
Lemons.
My PE teacher in 10th grade was wearing pink spandex, and her vagina was very visible. I told my friends that it looked like a perfect grapefruit, but now I realize it wasn't a grapefruit. I need help. Thanks.
Lemon.
Lemon?
Papaya.
If I saw a lemon-shaped vagina, I'd be very confused. Like, that seems misleading to me.
Now, we have to break this down. Exactly why is he looking for a vagina-shaped fruit and cut in half?
Well, I think it's because he feels like he misled his friends. He said grapefruit-shaped, and now he's come to the terms that grapefruit was not what he was looking for. So now his friends are curious, like, okay, if not a grapefruit, then what? He owes it to his friends to give him an accurate depiction here.
What if it's kind of like hard-earned regret he didn't get all up on his teacher?
Well, I mean, that could be too.
I'm pretty sure he does want to get up on his teacher.
I mean, that's 90% of what that sounds like. That's for sure.
Oh, it's 90%. You're being a little generous, bro. I'm pretty sure it's a solid 100%. He wants to fuck his teacher, and he's looking for a fruit that looks like a vagina and maybe on the inside feels like one, so that he can imagine his teacher.
What I'm saying is, he's gonna fuck a lemon. Okay.
Oh, that sounds painful. It sounds to
me
you
know
like
what?
That
Sex is sometimes painful, Brian.
What?
Both physically and emotionally.
Oh, very. It's going to be a very crying time for him, I feel.
Okay, wait. So he's looking for a fruit that looks like a vagina when it's cut open?
I don't even know if he's looking for a fruit that just looks like a vagina. He's looking for a fruit that looks like that particular vagina. And he's on a
tomato
right now to find similar shaped fruits.
But he...
Guys. A tomato.
A tomato.
Okay.
Fuzzy tomato?
I don't know.
Just a bit. Just a little fuzz.
A little fuzz?
Little fuzz.
Fuzz on the field, I guess. I don't know.
Fuzz on the field. Smoke if you got him.
So, a fruit, or a peach, basically.
Yes.
So what you're implying, Ruben, is this man, or person, I guess...
A peach.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's actually looking for a way to use a simulacra to his teacher's vagina. I always saw it as more of a curiosity thing. Like, he's just curious as to what could potentially be the fruit he was thinking of. Maybe
we all know that the peach is the best aphrodisiac.
Is it really?
What?
Of course it is.
Wow.
Okay.
I like peaches.
Who doesn't like peaches? Everybody likes peaches.
Peaches are delicious, man.
Yeah.
I ate a peach earlier today.
Right?
Whoa. Calm down, Brian. I thought you were a little on edge
Yeah,
tonight.
this isn't Korean Real Cast, Brian. Keep it PG-13, all right?
Whoa. The fact that I enjoy a peach every once in a while.
I mean, Brian, we all enjoy peaches every once in a while, but we don't go around talking about it all the time. You know, like it's more a personal thing.
Yeah. God.
I'm sure everybody enjoys a peach every once in a while, but you can't just go to church saying, "Oh, I love peaches." It's just
So
Oh,
I'm
some
still
stuff.
a little fuzzy on exactly what this guy's question is. What does he want answered for him?
He wants to know what kind of fruit could act as a similar looking thing to his teacher's vagina in the 10th grade in pink spandex. He was thinking
Wait, 10th grade?
10th grade.
No. That's actually illegal. That's pedophilia. You can't.
All right, well that's the answer right there. That's pedophilia. You
That's
can't.
Pedophilia. You can't. All right.
Also,
Alright.
the Peach Girls, big manga.
I dated a girl that cosplayed Peach Girl, so that's a little bit weird.
All right.
Here's another question: am I too young to want or have a child?
Go on.
Okay, I am 15 years old. And
Done. Done.
Let's hear
Okay,
her out.
alright.
She has a
Wait, her? Uh-oh.
I want a little baby girl or baby boy. Those are both one word.
Uh-huh.
I know I'm young and people constantly say it's hard having a child during your teen years, but I want a baby so bad. I know some of you will probably think I'm just young and dumb and don't know or want to know what I'll be in for, but I'm willing to go through all of that. I'm still a virgin, but I've been thinking about having sex and having a baby. I know I just can think of only myself and what I want because to make a baby take two, but I really want a child. I want someone I will always love, someone I will raise up to be a great person in this world and better than me, someone that will always be my side.
Someone who won't make same mistakes I did, but now is 15.
Okay.
That was Amy B. And Amanda just says, WTT, what the?
What the?
Are you blah, 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 kidding me? Shut up, you are a retard baby. Sorry, it's true. Okay, well, that was very...
Are you going to talk about this or are we going to continue? I need to know right now before I say anything.
Let's talk briefly about this. Because this is something that's affected not me in particular, but people I know.
Like, okay, first of all, if we're going to talk about this, we're going to tread lightly. Second of all, I don't know if I want to make a joke answer to this or actually just talk about it real.
I think in this particular case,
Both.
there's some real things that need to be said.
Alright, joke answer, go buy a fucking Beanie Baby.
There you go.
Real answer?
Well, no, a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Whatever. Okay, Cabbage Patch Kids have those, like, creepy-ass, like, Hey Arnold faces. And I just don't know if that's a good idea, because their misconception of what a real baby will look like will be really skewed. And so when the real baby does pop out, they'll be like, oh my god, its head is not shaped like a fucking pineapple.
What about one of those baby dolls that pees? Like
Those
the one...
exist, don't they?
Yeah.
do.
I think
Oh,
that's
God.
a pretty good...
They go on the potty.
Baby.
I forget what show it was on, if it was like Key and Peele or like Tosh.0 or something, with the little baby dolls that the little kids take care of, and then it gives them their hepatitis shot.
It sounds like a Tosh.0 type thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, wait, I think it was called Little Bitches. Hold on.
The spoiled whore video playset.
So that's a joke answer, but the real answer is that's a real...
No! Don't!
What?
Don't!
Don't go to real answer. This is a problem plaguing America today.
God.
We have the opportunity here to save a life, Mike.
Go on, Brian. Go on, let's talk. Go ahead.
I mean, I've seen people that, around here especially, like, they think that they need somebody that loves them because they want somebody to do better than them, so they have a kid as a quick way to do that. But don't do that. Just don't. Better yourself first before you have a kid, because if you bring a kid into this world and you aren't able to support it, then you're just being part of the problem.
Then you're turning tricks on Turnpike.
You have to realize that back in the day, and I mean really back in the day, like back in the colonial periods, it wasn't that uncommon for girls those age to get knocked up. So, yeah, maybe she's just feeling really nostalgic, you know?
Yeah, she might be.
But she should not do it. That's my real answer. Because my cousin did it at like 16, and that chick is in like jail. Yeah. So. Yeah.
If you have a baby, you're gonna go to jail.
Yep.
It's
if you
the
have a
true
baby, you're
facts.
gonna go to jail. And then your baby won't know its parents.
Right.
'Cause you probably don't even know who the dad is. Oh, real.
And then you try to get into art school and get rejected, and then become a political figure.
By the way, any of you two see Juno? Because I sure didn't.
Nope.
Nope.
Because fuck Juno.
I'm wondering how old they were in that movie, because I heard it was about teen pregnancy. I don't really
14.
know.
What, Juno? I mean, I like Juno. I thought it was okay.
I just fucking
they were-
asked you if you'd seen it, and you said no.
I thought
I read
heard
the
you say
synopsis.
Juno Pleasure Din or something like that. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I know Juno.
I just said Juno. You heard Juno, right, Mike?
Well, okay. Well, yeah, I like Juno. I think it's a pretty good movie.
Okay, how old are they in that movie?
They're in high school. I think they're seniors in high school, like 17, 18, something like that.
Oh, that's older than I thought.
I'll go check.
No, anyways, I mean, her situation, albeit she's a little, what's the word? She's being a little innocent princess about it.
Yeah.
But that idea of early teen pregnancy is not as uncommon as you'd hope it would be.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but it just doesn't work out. I mean, like, let me think of the most ideal situation where it would work out. Like, your family's rich as living fuck. You have zero financial pressure. You love a guy. You're the healthiest
They are
motherfucker in the
16.
world.
In it.
And I don't know, the guy's the friggin' next coming of Jesus, and there you go. I wouldn't care too much in that situation. I don't know.
Anything else though? Don't do that.
Don't that.
All right, let's follow that up with another question that could be considered real.
Oh god.
Was Abraham Lincoln really a vampire hunter?
The answer is yes. When I was in
There's
when
no
I was in
more
elementary-
information on that question. This man just really wants to know if Abraham Lincoln was really a vampire.
When I was in elementary school, we went to Springfield, Illinois, to visit Lincoln's birthplace.
Yeah.
And we saw his house. Boy, that shit smelled of garlic. There were steaks everywhere, silver bullets. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I mean, I've never been to Illinois, so I defer to your judgment on this, Mike. You lived in the Lincoln State.
Yes, he was actually the best. He's legendary.
A legendary vampire hunter?
He's the model which other vampire hunters try to live up to.
Is that in your textbooks in Illinois?
As well, yes.
Do you go into his like full history as a vampire hunter as well as his presidency?
Yeah.
Because we don't get much of that in California.
Well, like, we want to be special here in Illinois, so we just want to keep that part, like, we want it to be encouraged. We encourage it to be a myth when it's actually true.
Yeah.
Because when she's a fan, we were taught how to kill vampires in school.
Oh,
According
wow.
to Lincoln. So when she's the fan, we know what's going to go down.
The only really history we got in California was about Ronald Reagan and how he literally tore down the Berlin Wall with his bare hands. Like brick by brick.
Of course.
We learned a lot about punching through walls in California schools.
And, getting to the chopper as well.
Oh, well, I mean, I was out of school by the time Arnold Schwarzenegger started writing our textbooks, but I have heard a lot about fighting predators and, in general, saving the future.
And how to identify a tumor.
And how to have a baby if you're an adult man. That's the other one that we had to learn. Or that children in our schools had to learn. Yahoo Answers user Pothead asks, how many different types of sex is there?
2. Missionary and in the butt.
Okay, well let me elaborate on this a little bit. Now I don't mean weird stuff like grannies and trannies, and all the weird shit some of you are into.
All the weird shit.
Each to his own. I mean, like breakup sex, makeup sex, angry sex, I need a roof over my head sex, or my personal favorite, we just watched porn and now we really need to try that sex. I just wonder how many you can think of.
I need a roof over my head sex like an issue?
I need a roof over my head sex.
Is that a part, like, is that a problem in his part of the country? Are there not enough roofs for people? Roofs,
I don't know where Yahoo Answers user Pothead lives, but I'm going to assume it's either Colorado or California.
Or Washington.
Or Washington, yeah.
Are there not enough roofs for all the people in California? Clearly not.
Well, there is enough water, there won't be enough roofs.
Yeah.
So is there, I need more water sex? Or, hey, can you go water the garden sex? Or, hey, the cops
we're
are
getting
yelling
to that
at us.
point. Water's getting a little bit scarce around here. I need water sex is a real concern.
I mean, Arizona we have is just the outside sex.
Right. And, oh no, Mexican left over the border sex.
Yeah.
I know in California there's the housing bubble broke. Now we need to buy a new house sex.
And they have, they took our job sex.
True.
Yeah, we've got goddamn immigrants crossing our borders sex.
That's the Joe Arpaio sex. There's actually a whole position for that, but we'll go into it.
Joe Arpaio sex, I hear, is super kinky.
Yeah, it's a little too racy for the Kama Sutra, actually.
Yeah. And then there's also the AC broke down, better call the electrician. Oh shit, he won't be here for another 6 months sex. That is nasty shit.
And there's also the Comcast is coming between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. all of November sex.
Yeah, that's the most obnoxious sex. Like, you just don't even want to be in that sex.
Right.
Because you can never connect with the other person during that sex. It's the worst.
It's a lot of, like, nipple play, but nothing else.
Yeah. Oh god, I know there's other sexes too.
Yahoo Answers user non-entitled says, you can attach any word to sex to make up any kind you want, like toilet sex, shower sex, peanut butter sex. So there's 3 you can add.
Dog sex.
Wow. Whoa.
Whoa, Mike.
Oh, now you get fucking outraged at this. Now when the girl's talking about, oh man, my fucking dog ate me out. No, now it's like, oh Michael, you're going too far.
Mike,
okay, I see how it is.
It's because you're talking about it off topic. That's gross.
Yeah, Mike, come on. We're men here. We got better things to talk about than fucking dogs, all right?
Seriously.
Okay. Don't forget, there's tomato sex, which we don't approve here.
Oh no, we don't do tomato sex.
It gets a little furry at times, a little fuzzy even.
Never do tomato sex in a hotel room with at least 4 other guys.
Nope, don't do it.
Unless you're 18.
Yahoo Answers user Woogie Boogie Boogie asks, how drunk
Spooky
would
Boogie?
SpongeBob... Yeah, Spooky Boogie.
Yay!
Asks, how drunk would SpongeBob be if I used him to clean up the bottle of whiskey that busted on my floor?
I'd fucking love to see.
This
I'd fucking pay
is
money to see that
a
shit.
great question. Whew. Okay, guys, I'm going to open up a private window here so that you cannot see my history on my computer. And I'm going to type in drunk SpongeBob. And only you two will ever... What the fuck? Alright, I'm going to click on this, and it's probably going to be the worst thing in the world.
I'd say he probably tried to make passes at Patrick. Because we all know SpongeBob's gay.
Alright, so Patrick's eating some ice cream with bananas in it. Let's see here. What the fuck? And now SpongeBob also has a sundae with bananas in it. They are demolishing these sundaes. I don't know how this has to do with alcohol.
Again, if SpongeBob is drunk, he used to make passes at Patrick. He's like right there.
Well, how much whiskey did he spill? And like, what was the proof of this whiskey? Because I imagine if SpongeBob is literally sucking up a whole thing of whiskey, he'd get a little bit drunk.
Guys, in this episode that I've apparently never seen, they get drunk off of sugar.
Yeah, that's the SpongeBob movie.
Alright, well, I'm going to tell you what happens. He gets up, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow, a.k.a.
He does.
His entire face is pretty much dark.
Yes, he
has
does.
Bloodshot eyes. He's like... He feels like he's
he gets hungover. He gets really drunk on Sundays and then becomes hungover the next day, and that's a real thing in SpongeBob.
And this is what the creators somehow wanted to portray SpongeBob like drunk, but they couldn't have alcoholic references.
Yep.
He is stumbling into the Krusty Krab while still like about to hurl every fucking second.
Okay, the story in this part of the movie was he was going to the Krusty Krab because they were going to promote somebody to be the manager of the Krusty Krab 2, which was a new restaurant. And SpongeBob thought for sure he was going to get it. But instead, Mr. Krabs appointed Squidward the manager of the Krusty Krab 2. So SpongeBob goes to this place called Goofy Goobers and gets really, really shit-faced on ice cream. And that's a real thing that happens. And he wakes up the next day super hungover. That's the SpongeBob movie.
So
that was in theaters.
All right. So my answer to this guy on Yahoo is watch the SpongeBob movie, and I mean, I like SpongeBob. I used to watch it a lot, and I understand there are adult things in the show that are kind of hidden behind, children's themes, or if I should put it the other way around. But that's kind of alerting to me that was in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, I guess he's just a drunk. SpongeBob is a real drunk.
Well, then that begs the question, if he eats ice cream and gets really drunk, what if alcohol just makes him really strong? Or really hyper, or something like that?
You're saying alcohol is his spinach?
No,
yeah,
alcohol is his...
might be like SpongeBob's spinach.
No.
Krabby Patties maybe the secret formula from Krabby Patties is pure alcohol.
That would be rad.
The Krusty Krab, or no, how does it go?
Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me.
And you and me better both be people who are over 21.
you would hope.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. Yahoo Answers user Sternflux says, "What does ching chong 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 mean in Japanese?"
Ruben, as a resident Japanese expert.
There's more to this. I was sitting in the Americans customs area of the airport, and the people in front of me were Japanese. And the customs officer was like, "Ching ching chong chong, how's my Japanese? I've been trying to practice," before he let them through. What does that mean in Japanese?
How many layers of wrong can you guys point out here?
I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
legit. I guess.
It means the bathroom's to the right, and your meal will be ready at 6 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, they really pack a lot of meaning into 4 words there.
Oh, no, it's true. Like, have you ever seen the Japanese anime dubs where they dub the English over? It's really terrible. But basically, they have to, like, stretch the scenes out and make the mouths flap for, like, extra time, because they cannot fit enough English meaning into the short amount of time you can actually say that in Japanese. So a lot of times you'll watch anime, it'll just be the same scene repeated like 4 times over as they slowly use our slow, inferior language. Yeah, so it's, definitely, you can fit a lot of, like, one word can mean so much. So much. Like, chang, that word then, chang. It's like, the fucking Red Sox beat the White Sox, and that's really bad. That's just in one word.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my god, like... I mean, the fact that ching ching could be implied to mean the bathroom is on the left, but just the word ching means the White Sox beat the Red Sox.
No. You see, you're getting confused. I said chang, not ching.
Oh, ching.
But you're right. But the meaning is a lot different, though. Ching ching, bathroom's on the left. Ching simply means, fuck you, why'd you bang my sister? So it's really scary if you only say one.
That must be very confusing.
Oh, for sure.
If you hesitate in a sentence there, then you could really offend someone, that looks like.
I mean, I'm glad that guy was practicing his Japanese, clearly, because if he hadn't practiced enough, he could have probably started World War III here, so...
Man, that customs officer, though, must have been super knowledgeable on that subject. He must have been stoked that other people are trying to learn his language.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm happy for them. That's really good. I'm glad that you know that, too, because I would have been lost in the dark. If I accidentally said, "Hey, Japan man, ching," he would have been like, "What the fuck did you say to me?" Which probably would have been like ching chong, but is that right? Is that what?
That's like an essay of explanation. I'm not gonna get into that right now. There's actually a whole historical meaning between ching chong, but it's too long for this podcast.
All right, well, I'll leave it at that then. I'm glad that man's trying to test his Japanese out.
Yes, I was glad to see someone try to, broaden their horizons.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice.
And the last question that I have for you guys today, from Yahoo Answers, is: Yahoo Answers user, because that's ... how I roll, says, how can I summon the devil? Well, I'm a total badass, and I like to take risks. Nah, what I'm saying? I thought to impress my girlfriend and show her that I'm dangerous and exciting, so I thought, oh, why not summon the devil and have an epic stare down with him? So yeah, are there, like, any gay Christian incantations? Or, like, a magic elixir from Hogwarts or something?
Well, first matter of business, you first have to join the Dark Brotherhood. That's very important.
I don't know, I think he's onto something with gay Christian incantations and a magic elixir from Hogwarts.
The elixir is actually just J.K. Rowling's own imagination. But the gay incantations are correct. I'm trying to remember my vast knowledge of gay incantations. Because I have friends in the know.
Oh, in the know of the gay incantations? Is it like, hey, Satan!
Hey,
No, it goes, Liberace,
Liberace, Liberace, fun, Satan!
Satan, fun time horror, bring us all your gifts.
You have to watch Brokeback Mountain, Liberace's Behind the Candelabra, and...
But it has to be in a pig and whistle bathroom.
Yes. The room has to be very tastefully done. I would recommend, like, talking to Queer Eye for the Straight Guy first in order to have the right location to summon Satan.
Yeah.
I do question him getting into a stare down with him. Because
I'm not sure if you know, but Satan's fucking metal.
Yeah.
I saw Tenacious D.
Well, I mean, it depends. From what it sounds like from this guy, he's trying to summon the gay Satan. Gaten. Because, I mean, I'm assuming there's multiple devils? There's the metal devil that we know of, but if he's talking about gay Christian incantations, then he might be trying to summon Gaten.
Yeah.
And a stare down with Gaten wouldn't end well for him, I feel. He might... If you look into the eyes of Gaten for too long, then you yourself start succumbing to his lusty needs.
By the way, who the hell's the current Gaten? Because I think it was Saddam Hussein, but someone replaced him.
The current Gaten?
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is.
Osama bin Laden?
Well, he's dead too.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
super dead. I think he might be hanging out with Gaten.
That's what I'm saying, though. He might have succeeded. Gaten.
I mean, like, the South Park guys know him. He's been in a lot of the episodes.
They made a deal with Gaten in order to get their success in South Park, you know?
Yeah.
And then they had him cameo in a couple episodes as Gaten.
Right.
Yeah.
He was in the movie. He was in the movie as Gaten.
He was.
Brian, can you quickly tell me the name of that Yahoo user again?
Because that's ... how I roll, all caps, and how I roll.
I didn't know Yahoo allowed for such exquisite usernames.
I wasn't aware either.
That's pretty impressive. I think this guy is probably chewing off or biting off more than he can chew.
I think he is too. I just, as far as best answer though, Autumn Wind 777 says it's not a good.
I think I know who our current Gaten is.
Oh,
Okay.
who is our current Gaten?
Loris Tyrell.
Here's the problem. If this guy summons Gaten and not Satan, then his girlfriend's gonna think he's gay, and he's gonna immediately lose her, which is the anti-plan here.
Well, I mean, but that's fine though because he's gonna be with Gaten. So, is he really losing in the end here? Probably, maybe, but
it depends if he finds out he's gay or not. I don't know. But he should try Christian incantations and not gay Christian incantations. If he's gonna keep his girlfriend, it's
Yeah, I mean, gay and Christian goes really hand in hand, even though they wanted to deny it. But I'm not sure how effective it is.
Well, Autumn Wind 777 quotes the Bible in some places. An amplified Bible. I'm not sure what an amplified Bible is.
It's Bible in all caps.
All right. So, John 10:10 says, from the Amplified Bible, The thief comes only in order to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have and enjoy life and have it in abundance. To the full till it overflows.
So he masturbated for the good of our sins?
And lo, he masturbated for all of our sins. John did, and Jesus.
Thanks, John and Jesus.
Amen.
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 All right. Well, yeah, this guy's utterly fucked in the whole double department. He should probably find a new hobby.
This
That
was
might
a
be a good thing for him. I don't know.
This was a question that was asked at least 4 years ago, so I think we would have heard about Gaten coming to Earth again.
Wait a second. Remember the meteor that hit Russia?
Yeah?
What if
Oh.
Gaten doesn't come from the ground? He comes from the fucking sky.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's why it was so shiny.
That's why Russia's being such a bitch right
fabulous
now.
meteor.
That's why Putin is being such a bitch right now. Is because he's got Gaten
Shi-
on his side.
Are you saying that all shiny Pokemon are gay?
I'm saying that a little bit.
Hmm.
Have you ever wondered why why Crobat is pink?
I have sometimes. Keeps me up at night.
Guys, all of our problems with Russia lead back to Gaten. It makes so much sense now.
Putin was created by Putin is Gaten.
Putin's Gaten. It was fucking Putin. Like, okay, so at some point Putin died, became the new Gaten, and then he got resurrected and came back into power with Russia.
He came from the meteor.
Oh my god.
It's all coming together. This man summoned Putin Gaten.
Shit. Alright. Well, we found the real reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure this answer user right here, that's how I roll, whose actually his account is suspended right now.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
I'm sure he's the one that summoned Gaten Putin. Well, that answers that question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
So we're actually coming up to 3 hours here.
Yeah, I think
that's a good place to stop.
I mean, there's a lot more I could do, but I think that's about all I'm willing
Yeah, I
to.
think before we should stop now. I need to go eat something.
All right. Well, we did productive things and not so productive things, but everyone, thanks for listening.
That's our longest Triple D cast so far.
It is.
Yeah. That was that. I mean, we got deep for a while. We got shallow for a while. There was Gaten.
There was dogs eating girls out.
Bestiality, and then there was anti-bestiality.
And fruitiality.
Fruitiality.
And fatalities, but hopefully none of those.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
All
I
right.
might be by the end of the night. I'm pretty tired.
Oh, good.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Brian, did you eat that chocolate I sent you?
Did I what?
Chocolate I sent you for your birthday. Did you eat that yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Good.
Thank you for listening, guys. I think this is the last you'll hear of my voice in ever, so...
Brian, what? If something happens to you, who's gonna have your headset?
Not you.
Oh, cool, because nothing will happen to you, Brian.
I think I feel funny.
No! No, Brian, no! No!
Different headset.
All right, guys.
Send their regards.
This has been the Critical D-Cast episode. God knows where we are at this point, but it doesn't actually matter. Thank you for listening. This is Ruben.
This is Mike.
I'm dead.
And Brian's dead. All right, we out. Later.
See ya.